that stream Aruniente button. Guys, the show must go on. The circus, the dump Aruniente must ride. It must keep dumping. We made a brand new low for the year today, guys. 16,666. Whoops. That's not a very nice number, is it? But we're all going down with a sinking ship. The hodlers will carry on hodling, and the hodlers will sink on their boat of hodledness. Guys, what a day, eh? It's another massive day down. I said in the previous stream that I don't think Bitcoin, if I can find my freaking thing, already not on the pencil mark, sir. Please bring my brush to me. I am the king. So you can see here, guys, that I said I don't think Bitcoin's going to get above this prior support region. It's very likely we're going to see it as resistance, and that's exactly what we've got, guys. So you can see that prior support, very, very small, short-lived amount of support because of, SPX dumped, and obviously have FTT and everything. But this was mainly, this bit here was because of SPX. This bit here was because of FTT. This was because SPX rallied, and then we obviously had all the other narratives in the space right now. Everyone's like, but it was because of this and it was because of that. No, it was definitely because of the Fed rate hikes. There's a million different things going around. Overall, we just know that the price went lower and it broke support. That's all we need to know. But now Bitcoin is struggling to get above this prior SR level. It's seeing it as resistance, and guys, we cannot get above it. And now we actually made a new low for the year. I'll give you a fun fact in a minute, guys. So, guys, in the chat, if you're coming in here, guys, hit the like button as well. You can see on the screen, MDX Algo is on the screen right here, guys. And everything's looking kosher. We also have my Twitter, so I can flick onto Twitter and show you the hodlers on their way down. Look at these legends. This is going to be the meme of the show. We're going to keep coming back to this. In the chat as well, guys, in the live chat, tell me what your position is. Are you long? Are you short? Is the microphone working? And tell me if everything's nice and smooth right now. We'll quickly get the sponsors out of the way, guys. But if you go to the description box below, in the description of this video, guys, you will see these exchanges. These are our partners with MDX Algo. I'm doing a competition right now. If you sign up to BitGet, you can actually win 0.01 Bitcoin just by signing up to BitGet right now. The link is just below, guys, in the description. It will say BitGet. You can also get $8,000 with them right now. And if you want to trade FTT, get Bybit. But come to mdxalgo.com. You can see these. That's the sponsors out of the way. But there is a link below to BitGet. And that link there will, if you sign up to BitGet and get an account with that link, you will be in the runnings to win 0.01 Bitcoin. And we're doing this every single week on this channel. So here we go. Look at it. Loving it. So, guys, let's get into this in terms of TA. The indicators, I'll go through the indicators in a second. They've been absolutely phenomenal on this move. We know on like the higher time frames, if you're scalp trading like 2 hour to 4 hour, it caught this whole move all the way down. We do have it's significantly oversold right now, guys, Bitcoin, but we know Bitcoin's going to stay more oversold. With these big rush on the book events, just relentless selling, the market is going to stay oversold for a considerable amount of time. But we do have, if you really zoom out on this, there isn't many instances where you got 4 freaking green bullish divergence dots and a big bullish divergence indicator with how many counts in it. Right now, we're getting one which has 4 counts of bullish divergence right now. So, it wouldn't surprise me to get some sort of snap back. But guys, like I said in my previous videos, you really do have to keep an eye on SPX, and SPX isn't looking great. We came down. Okay, look, let me make this very simple for you. And I'm going to bring up another chart, obviously. Fucking hell, here we go. Get all the charts out. I'll make Bitcoin this chart and just do the correlation over the two for you, okay? So as we're in resistance here, guys, we couldn't get above the price support. We had one go. I thought we were going to get something like this, back down, a pump up. We just can't get above this, guys, this resistance box now. It's an SR flip, pure SR flip. It's the range lows turning into resistance. We had this move up, guys. As soon as SPX opened, guess what? I did a tweet about it. You can't miss these tweets, guys. You got to get me on Twitter because I can tweet so much faster. This is literally exactly what I thought was going to happen. I said, if SPX dumps back down to the support, you can see it on this chart. I don't know if my screen's in the way. If SPX dumps back to support, which it did, you can see here, if SPX goes back to support, I showed it here. I said on my previous tweet, let me find it for you. If SPX nukes back to support today, after the open, RIP to the Bitcoin longs, and guys, that is exactly actually what we got. So you can see here that the market opened, snapped back down very, very fast. Here's the open from here. We actually gapped down on the open around 0.5%, yeah, 0.6%. And that was not going to help Bitcoin. Obviously, we know Bitcoin's going to continuously, if SPX is going down, Bitcoin's going to go down with it. The correlation is so fucking god. It's the most correlated I've ever seen it. But on the positive side on SPX right now, we are coming to this trend line. Guys, absolutely respected it to the dollar. So I'm expecting to see this, the most probable scenario I'd see on this would probably come a little bit higher up, guys, and actually test this as resistance. This market is still open for another hour. So if we get this, guys, and then, okay, look, if we get a little bit of a move higher on this, it's going to be a little bit more of a relief for Bitcoin. Potentially coming up here, guys, to $17,900, which is actually, we made a new low for the year today, guys. I'm going to go into all the other stuff in a second. You know, but if we do get back to resistance, what I, you know, obviously, guys, I'm going to say it again, but this is a prior support region and resistance. It's an SR flip. It's likely that prior support and resistance is going to act as resistance depending on which way you come into it. So I'd say that's more likely when I come up to here, see it as resistance, back down. And if we do break this trend line, guys, and come down to the next support, I think this could be the move if SPX does this, which I do think is quite probable right now, losing support. You know, I thought if we got a bounce off it, I thought it was more probable we're going to go and break out of this, but we're not breaking out a trend anytime soon on this now. We're actually below this now. It's actually will act as resistance, very, very, very likely act as resistance. So I would say that if SPX does this and breaks this trend line, it's very likely, guys, Bitcoin's going to go to $14,000. And that brings me to what my next topic is. The next support on Bitcoin is 14,000, guys. Look, if Bitcoin goes to 14K, even people who got into a 1x long from near the top will get liquidated. So that's literally 1x position. So if you're long from, say, 45K or 50K, all of those liquidation prices on 1x are going to be around here, around 14,000. You know, if you got long, say, at 20K on a 1x, you're probably going to be on like 7 or 9,000. But if most people were getting long, guys, you can see it on the charts. Most people were getting long here. You can see we had this huge buying pressure coming in. Everyone thought that this was some sort of, you know, ascending formation, which we knew had a deviation. There's actually a corrective wave move. This is a 3-wave ABC correction. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. And now, guys, we're in an accumulation. But you could say it's accumulation, but right now we're having a capitulation, if not going into despondency. But this is, generally speaking, a long period of accumulation. There is buyers coming in at that between 20 and 17.9. Now 16.7. It's probably going to break down. We were in that to 14K's next support. But a lot of people got long here, guys. Obviously, a lot of people would have got long on the way up. And all of those positions, every single okay, wherever you are in the market, wherever you are in the freaking market, even on a 1x, you're going to get stopped out at around 14. Obviously, going into 10s, that's going to be crazy. And even 9s, you know, if you got long from 20K on 1x, you're probably going to have around 9. So this is really going to flush out all of the leverage. Anyone who was higher than 1x is getting flushed. It's offering up an incredible opportunity for the long term. Obviously, we know this is a great time to be looking. If you're a long-term investor, I did a tweet about this, guys. If you're a long-term investor, if you look at the CBBI, this is historically one of the best times ever to buy Bitcoin. There's only been 2 occasions in history, maybe 3, that you've managed to buy CBBI about under 10. So when I say in my analysis, I talk to you guys about, you know, what is my long-term strategy. You know, if we're at CBB9, if we're at CBBI, why is the commitment of traders up? We're going to that. If we're at above 10 on the CBBI, you're looking to scale out. We didn't actually get to above 10 on the CBBI. Sorry, legends. Sorry. Can I please speak with some freaking goddamn clarity right now? If you're above 90 on the CBBI, that means the CBBI confidence is very high. So if you're above 90, you're looking to sell. Okay, we didn't get to 90, we got to 84 in the previous bull market. That's why this was a little bit of a dampened bull market. We didn't get to those crazy highs we did in previous bull markets before, but that's arguably okay because we know that the market, as it grows in size, is going to have dampened volatility. That's fine. And then, guys, if you're below 10 on the CBBI, then it's a pretty good time to start buying. Historically speaking, there's only been a few months in history where we've traded below 10 on the CBBI. So we had, obviously, the 2016 and 15 bear market lows. We had the capitulation move from 6 to 3K in 2018. Didn't even get below 10 on the COVID crash. And now we are below 10 now. So, you know, the market is pricing Bitcoin more fearfully and irrationally than COVID-19 crash. That's pretty amazing. And it's going to offer up a lot of opportunity, guys, in that long run. I've been speaking about this for a long time on this channel. I go through the short term, medium term, and long term. But that long term long-term primary, if your main primary strategy is for long-term investing, then it's a great time to get into Bitcoin, because it's very unlikely it's going to be trading at lower than this price in a year or more. I think that's very, very highly unlikely. I'd actually give it probably 85 to 90% chance that will be higher than this. Doesn't mean we can't have some cataclysmic event where freaking Putin nukes half the world and then all the miners get blown up and then Bitcoin's over. That can happen, but that's why I'm saying 85 to 90%. So guys, we have broken the lows, and like I said in the previous video, when we do lose here, the next support's $14,000, guys. There's nothing between here and 14, and SPX is not offering up any. It's not offering up any clues here. It's at support. We might get a little bit of a bounce back to this prior area, this SR. This is resistance turns support, perfect level. If SPX comes to this, then we manage to get above it and break here. I think Bitcoin gets back above 20, goes sideways for a little bit longer. We could even get that nice move up to like 25-ish. But as of right now, guys, SPX had a dire open. That's what pushed Bitcoin down as well. The correlation is so acute, so perfect. And we know now that we are at trend. And look at this trend line, guys. This is an important trend line for traditional markets right now. I'm on slightly too low a time frame right now because obviously it's a bigger chart. But you can see here that, let me just extend these out a little bit for you, legends, to make it nice and neat for you, leggies. This is important because, this is actually defining the whole entire move to the upside here, this uptrend. And this is an uptrend. It's a higher low and it's a higher high. So it is an uptrend. It's still got something here. It's better than Bitcoin. But the problem is we're on it and we're testing it as support. So what we really need to see from SPX for the bulls is to come above, get back above this area of resistance, hold it, break out. And then if we do come to here, that's going to offer up a very nice, likely be some sort of V-shaped recovery for Bitcoin. Come back into the range, probably fanny about here for a little bit and actually make some higher prices. If we don't go to 14K now, I think what will happen is we'll get that if SPX does have this move here. This is all completely going by if SPX gets above trend and actually gets to this trend line. This scenario, I think then, if this happens, I don't think we get above here. So I do think we come back down again. And that then could offer up Bitcoin going to 14K. So there's a lot of headwinds because, you look at traditional markets, you're like, okay, well, how long is this going to take to freaking get out of what it's in? It's going to take a long time. But yeah, so freaking the main thing I'm looking at is if that scenario, so if we get the upside move, I can see Bitcoin snapping back above $20,000. In terms of the short term, I know you guys want me to flip down to the short term trading stuff. I'm really just going to have to stick with the indicators on this in terms of go on the 1 minute and really get in there and scout. Like this kind of stuff, trying to trade this, guys, and have any kind of real rational strategy in terms of if you're a high frequency, high velocity scalp trader, you can probably do quite well. But in terms of all this stuff, guys, with all these narratives coming out, everyone's fucking blaming something different, some different story. Oh, it's freaking CZ's fault. Oh, it's freaking Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh, but it's Fed rate hikes. Oh, it's a liquidation engine which is not working right now. Like Binance don't want to buy FTX. There's so much stuff flying around. It's kind of just a little bit like, just don't look at it. The news is going crazy. But guys, we've got 85 likes, 400 people in here. Hit the like button when you come in. We're going to do a long stream tonight. There's a lot to talk about. I want you guys to post news stories as well. Mikey, if you could maybe post some news stories or something in the chat, if people know stuff which is coming out right now. On mdxalgo.com, we do have the news rolling at the top. So we have SPX down, whatever. Binance likely to ditch the FTX deal. So we can just click on that and have a look. So is Binance likely to ditch the FTX deal? Who fucking knows? A lot of people right now are going to be using news as a narrative to buy or sell. It's very, very dangerous because we just don't know if any of this stuff is right or wrong because it was written by just another dude. So whether Binance is going to buy FTX or not, I think overall the market is going to be better and it's going to be less volatility if Binance do buy FTX. If they don't buy FTX and Alameda Research just start fucking dumping everything to just fill that $7 billion hole, Solana is in a real tricky situation right now because I've been tweeting about this all fucking day. I think, according to this article here, which again, we have to take with a pinch of salt, nearly $1 billion of Solana is set to be unstaked. I think it's less amount of time than this now because this article came out a few hours ago. So $1 billion worth of Solana could come into net unstaked circulating supply, which means that I don't really see Solana being able to handle that kind of headwind if that does get sold. I'm not saying it is going to get sold. I'm saying if it gets sold, it's going to create a pretty big move on the books because we know Solana's market cap is only freaking 4.8 right now. So this is a quarter almost. It's 5 billion. Okay, I'll give it that. But, you know, and also the price of it's going down. So those tokens are denominated in US dollars. So that's going down as well. But we're going to see a sizable amount, you know, a sizable amount of the market cap is in one player's hands to click the market sell. And that's going to have a big effect on Solana. And the problem is with Solana is that it's so correlated to the there's so much funding which was going to be pumped in by FTX and Omega. So like the problem is that if Binance does buy FTX's balance sheet of all their assets, Binance doesn't have any incentive to invest in Solana because they have their own chain, the Binance Smart Chain. So that's bad for Solana. If Binance don't buy FTX, it's bad for Solana as well because then they got no fucking money to invest. So Solana's going to have a real tough time. Those two narratives aren't very, very positive for the fundamentals of Solana. So it is going to create some sort of sell pressure because there are going to be long-term people who are in this project for the fundamentals. They're buying it as a long-term investment, and they're going to say, I don't like the fundamentals anymore, so they would go and sell. And we know that big players do that in terms of institutions. In a okay, let's go strictly technical right now. It's getting pretty interesting to me to trade this because we're literally getting to super oversold on most momentum indicators. Let me just check Sol on the MDX oscillator 5. Let me quickly whip this up. Let's go on Solana. Let me get a good chart for you guys. I'm actually all on the traditional stocks. I think they've even stopped listing it in some places. I swear they've taken off a few. What? I'm looking at Solana on FTX. That's a real hit on a hit, isn't it? So let's get on to the daily. So yeah, significantly oversold right now on the MDX oscillator 5. These are basically the indicators, guys. You can actually see this short call. This sell signal here is the indicators we have. And you can get hold of those guys at mdxalgo.com, the thing you can see on the screen right now. This is mdxalgo.com, guys. Go over here. You can get the indicators actually completely for free. I completely forget to say this, but you can get our software here. This isn't actually it, but you can go do it through that website. You can actually get it for 7 days complete for free right now, okay? Because we have a 7-day free trial. So go to mdxalgo.com. Go for it. Babe, Daria. Dariente. Yeah? My darling, could you please turn on the aircon? Because there's a little bit... Air conditioning, yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. So Solana's looking pretty oversold right now. It is going to offer some trades here. Regardless of all the fundamentals, there is going to be some interesting trades because we know that things, even if they're fundamentally broken, can still have absolutely ludicrous bounces. We've seen that from Luna. We've seen that from anything, actually. Even GameStop is a good example because that was basically fundamentally shit, but that still mooned and made everybody rich on the stock market, okay? So... You got to differentiate between technicals and fundamentals. There is a big difference, but it's like a slider between the two. So price can be determined by fundamentals, price can be determined by technicals. It just slides from across the other to the other. But what we do as traders is we use technicals more than we use fundamentals because we know that technicals will increase the probability of getting it right more than just looking at the fundamentals. Okay, because technically speaking, you are just looking at the reality of what the price is. So. Looking at the price will get you in before the news anyway. So I won't go into all that crap because we've spoken about that a billion times. But guys, it really is just relentlessly going lower. SPX, like I said, isn't offering up anything right now except this trend line. It's going to close out in 43 minutes. So we'll wait out to the close on this. This is an important trend line to hold. It wouldn't surprise me for it just to come up and just end the day just at resistance. SPX loves doing that. It loves just coming up and leaving everyone in suspense just before the day ends. Like this was a good example, just coming up lower high, see on the flippers, look, close here. And you can see here, guys, that I think we're going to get a little bit of a move to the upside. That will probably result in Bitcoin coming up a little bit as well. But I've never seen the correlation this similar between traditional and Bitcoin. The whole world is just huddling together. But, you have to be completely honest here. Even if we do get a relief move, if SPX sees resistance, 14K is the next support ledges, and that really is it. And all I can really say now is either you're short until proven otherwise because we're beneath all fucking resistance. Beneath all support. You're short until proven otherwise, right? You don't leverage up too much, and then what you do is you look at trying to get it long term. Yeah, thanks, babe. It's actually really hot, isn't it? It's hot. Hot and spicy. Do you want to come say hello again to the legends? No. Come on, babe. Come say hello. You got to say hello to the legendes. They're out here watching me scream. They've got to see the scream.
They think we hate each other. No, we love each other, okay? Yes, we are.
Here we literally, except for the streams. Drinking in streams. Okay, so yeah, that's that really. You know, down to that. Oh, it's not even on. Did you turn the one in there on? There you go. Yeah, so, you know, that's all I can really say. You're short until proven otherwise, really, and then you're looking for 14K to be an area of a bounce for a bounce trade, and then accumulation, you know, profits you take, you can be buying Bitcoin on spot for that kind of long-term narrative. Because like I said, there isn't many instances in history where Bitcoin's been below 8 on the CBBI confidence. Like, there is only a handful of times we get down to these levels, and every case, obviously this might, you know, Bitcoin might be over forever. I'm just saying that historically speaking, the odds are in your favor of buying Bitcoin long term right now, just because, very, very simply put, every other time we've had CBBI under 10, it's timed the bottom of macro long-term bear markets. So it looks pretty good to me for long-term buying. Obviously, that's another whole thing. And most people can't long-term buy because they're already in at 15 or 20. Or, sorry, 15? That's lower than we are now. Most people are already in at 50. So they can't get any more. They've got to trade the market to fucking flip out those gains, those extra hits. Right, guys, in the chat as well, tell me which altcoins I want to look at in this video. We are going to do some stuff. Heard a rumor about 100,000. Yeah, well, yeah, I have got some really, really interesting altcoins to show you as well, guys. I've got some big altcoins coming on my channel. Obviously, you guys have been following me on Twitter. You've got to follow me on Twitter. I actually do have like about 4 or 5 altcoins I'm thinking about releasing to the community. Because that's what I've been doing. That's what I do in bear markets. I look for ridiculously low cap alts. Where is my tweet about it? Let me quickly find it for you, legends. I basically had a little bit of a paragraph talking about it. So some of these altcoins, 100x altcoins for sure, but they're turning into 1000x altcoins because this fucking FUD, this fear, uncertainty, and doubt is pushing the market into an irrational territory, which is fine. Like, the market is going to do this. We know that markets don't trade rationally. You know, true actual value is not a real thing. It's just participants coming to consensus of what they think the price should be or the value is at any given time, okay? And we know that because of fear and greed, markets get overbought and oversold because of animals. Like, oh, he's selling, I'll sell. Oh, he's buying, I'll buy. And then it has this, like, here's true fucking realized value. You could probably do this with the trend line, or you could do it with the moving average. So let me go on the weekly scale. You can see this moving average. Like, this is probably where it should be. But guess what? The market's overbought, then oversold. Overbought, then oversold. It's just the average of the market is where it should really be. But we're just bouncing up and down from the average price because of these two emotions, which are very powerful, sir. Very powerful emotions. But, you know, it looks to me like that level there, 14K, is going to get tagged on this. We've lost the lows. Like, there's so much coming out. FTX, here we go. Could be the last crisis for the bear market. Well, what they're saying here in terms of this, you know, they're using this moment, you know, okay, let's just say, sorry, Hodgkinson. What he's basically saying in this quote, he said here that, you know, bull and bear cycles are usually defined, you know, by something in people's minds, which was the reason for it to go that low, and then it changed course, okay? Actually, that is not what the reason isn't some sort of event usually which creates the bear market bottom or low, okay? So the bear market lows or the high or the bull market tops. It's just a coincidence that those things happen during that market environment, or that where it's trading, because there are so many things, okay? There's so many news stories which can be picked up. It just really depends on how big the media outlet is. But there are so many things which come out about crypto which are negative in a bull market, and no one even thinks about it. There are so many things that come out about Bitcoin, right? I remember when there was huge bankruptcies and things going on. I even remember when there was massive issues. Sorry. Let me say one thing. There was huge bankruptcies going on in the bull market, but I remember when we had all of this really, really favorable regulation in crypto. We had more exchanges. We had higher freaking hash rate. More and more people were creating wallets. We had all this, like, governments coming out and saying we'll have it as legal tender. All of those things are positive for Bitcoin at the bottom, but no one was like that defined when we went up, because we didn't. We went lower. And then everyone's like, oh yeah, it was the one coin hack, and then oh yeah, it was the China pump, and oh yeah, remember down here when Tether was printed. Like, everyone likes to, like, in human, it's like human instinct to want to have a reason for something. Sometimes markets just do what they do because it's just millions of people all coordinate with each other and the price will move, okay? It's just the equilibrium of everyone's decision, okay? And it's just very, very difficult to pinpoint a moment on that. But people like a reason for something. So this is basically this guy saying, oh no, this could be the pivotal point for crypto. everyone will look back and say the FTX crash was the bottom. But actually, you know, this is just we're a fly on the back of a horse. This was going to happen anyway. The price did it because it did it. There was more sellers than buyers at that specific price, and everyone will use that as the mark. You know, oh, it's the COVID crash. You don't just say it went down. It's the COVID crash because that marked it. Yeah, I'll check Plu in a minute. Yeah, it's a good coin. But anyway, there's quite a lot of stuff coming out. It has been interesting. I really don't look at the news that much. My strategy really doesn't encompass looking at news in any way. But I have been on mdxalgo.com looking at these tickers coming across and looking at what's been said, because right now it is pretty crazy in how much in the limelight, in the headlights it is. And I think, like, you know, and this is going strictly just by like how I feel. And this is not how you should trade, because feelings mean nothing. But this video here, right, you should definitely go watch this fucking video because it's hilarious. But this video here reminds me of like the "Don't you know, pump it up. We got to pump it up now, don't you?" It reminds me, you know, when you hear that track coming out all the time and like all Twitter's just got like super bullish narratives and we're the fucking new 1% and "Don't you know, pump it ups" on every single video. That kind of always is like usually where we're near to the local top of that trading range. And this video here just like kind of is that video, but in reverse. It's the opposite of that video. It's the bear video. Everyone's saying that Bitcoin's going to 320 last bull market and shit. So I think we are very, very close. But we know markets can stay overbought and oversold for much longer than people can stay rational. You know, markets can be irrational for longer than people can stay sane and rational. All we know is by looking at CBI, you know, historically speaking, is a very good time to buy Bitcoin long term. And then in terms of short term, I'm looking at a few different stuff. But, you know, I have to be right now in the core of the bears and say, I think we're going $14,000. Because, guys, I said it I explicitly clearly said to you guys on this channel that this bear market rally is invalidated if we lose 20,000. And regardless of all this news, even regardless of FTT going bust and all the tokens getting fucking dumped by Binance and FTX going bust and all that kind of stuff, right? Regardless of any of that shit, okay? If you didn't even know that was a thing, you still got a break of 20 and a retest with a deviation. So even if I had no idea about the news, and I wouldn't mind even doing that one day, just obviously it's difficult on Twitter and to not see this shit. But like, my strategy is very clear. If you lose 20 and we get a retest, it's time to sell into it. And that's what we got. And you don't even need anything else. You didn't even need it. The price action 99% of the time will get you in the right trade, the right position anyway, regardless of the news. So that's what happened. Okay, we're getting a little bit of a move here. It's probably because SPX is having a little bit of a bounce off trend. Let's go, guys. Come on. You know, I would like to see a little bit of something on Bitties. You know, the itty bitty. Give someone some relief. I know a lot of guys have lost millions of dollars. I actually know someone who's lost $2 million today. I know someone, because he's basically trying to fucking keep longing it as it goes down on stupid leverage. I know someone who's lost loads of money on freaking exchanges. And I know people who have taken loans on fucking other things similar to NEXO and Celsius, who have outstanding loans on shit, and they're getting liquidated slowly. But I know one dude lost 2 mil today. So, and it's because everyone's trying to fucking long. Look at this, guys. This is literally spelling it out. Whoa. Don't move it, sir. This is spelling it out. It's just too well, in my opinion. You know, it's everyone's trying to long the bottom. They all think they're too clever. The market's not going to give them what they want. And we have SPX probably trying to bounce off trend right now. Let's have a look what we're getting. Yes, we do have a wick now on the lows. You know, we've still got another 30 minutes of this. The most ideal situation for Bitcoin bulls would be if we get that. I don't think we get above this in today's session. If we get that, I think Bitcoin probably comes up a little bit higher. And then we have to see whether we're going to get some sort of back down and then boosh, try and get some sort of higher low. But, you know, just to have, because obviously markets are amoral. There is no morality in markets. There is no accountability for being harsh in a trading market. You're just fighting everybody else. It's just like going into a boxing ring. You're not like, okay, go on then. Go on, knock me out. I feel bad for you, mate. Knock me out. Not going to do that, are you? Same in trading. You're not going to just let someone knock you out. Oh, yeah, just stop me out. You know, just market smash me out. It's amoral. So just for a pure morality standpoint, if we did get that, I know a lot of guys who would get out of their underwater positions. So why don't you just help them out, Bitcoin? You know, help out these legends. Tell me in the chat right now. Are you long? Are you short? Tell me right now. Stop being bitches. What the fuck we think? We're actual fringe, lol. Don't know what everybody's talking about. Tell me in the chat. GovT wants you to stop spending. The government wants you to stop spending. I don't know what's going on with that. Dogecoin had a massive dump as well. You know, I was saying on most of my videos, like, I was saying Dogecoin is in a very precarious situation. So obviously I was telling you guys months ago that Dogecoin is technically a good buy around here. We had this beautiful move, but I told you guys very, very explicitly in my last videos, I said that, you know, Dogecoin has a setup here which is descending. I think it was around here when I was saying it. We have some sort of lower high structure coming in. And I said this level here is the break. And if Bitcoin loses 20K, it's going to put downwards pressure on Dogecoin. If the Fed meeting comes out and it's fucking bad, it's going to have downwards pressure on Dogecoin. If SPX dumps, it's going to have down pressure. It's going to have down pressure on Dogecoin. So there's so many things which have the ability to change the direction of Dogecoin. So it's not just looking at Doge. You're looking at 3 other things. You're looking at the price of Bitcoin. You're looking at the price of traditional. You're looking at the price of Doge. You're looking at the fucking meetings. So I was saying it's in a precarious situation because if you lose 20K on Bitcoin, I think we go much lower. And naturally, most of my buy orders are now filled. Okay, so I bought some Dogecoin. I've actually bought a whole load more Dogecoin because I do think Dogecoin, not because it's fundamentally good. I think Dogecoin is going to go up in price because I do think that the whole narrative around Twitter and Elon Musk and him integrating it as payments, etc., even if he doesn't do it, it just the whole thing around Elon Musk liking Dogecoin is going to keep Dogecoin alive. And Dogecoin is the casino of crypto. It's super volatile, super hilarious, and brings people into crypto. So I do see Dogecoin eclipsing $1 in the future. So that's why I'm in on Dogecoin. I'm just going to say that very fucking clearly here on this video so I can clip it and send it to anyone. Be like, look, listen to that. Listen to what I just said. It's not because I'm now into Dogecoin I think it's better than Bitcoin. No, I don't think it's better than fucking Bitcoin. I'm just buying it for a trade, motherfucker. Listen, I need to have like a whole archive of videos I can send to people. The amount of messages I get like, but why are you buying VeChain now? Are you against Ethereum? No, bruv. I'm just buying it because I like it right now on the charts. Like, obviously, everyone has some type of bias and emotional attachment to things in the economy which they like, okay? I get that's why Bitcoin has a huge fucking community. It's because people like Bitcoin for its story, okay? Things can have a story, but I'm not just buying everything because of the story. I'm buying shit because of the technicals as well, leggies. It's going up again. Let's have a look at bitters. Yeah, just for a strictly morality standpoint, it would be... I'd like to see a lot of these guys get out of their longs because, you know, I don't really listen to what people say. I look at statistics and I know that most of people, whoa, look at the order books go. I do know that most people watching this are long. Like, you guys are probably long in it on the way down. Tell me, just be honest with me. No, it's a pseudo-anonymous. You're pseudo-anonymous on fucking YouTube, okay? Are you long or are you short on Bitcoin right now? Tell me honestly in the chat. And also, guys, we have like 600 people watching. And we only have like 100 and something likes. So I just feel a little bit like, come on, leggies, like help me out here. Like, hit the like button. The more likes we get, the more people see this content. If we can get to like 600 likes, I'll give away $100. If we get 600 likes in, let me see what the time is. Okay, we've got 20 minutes. If we get 600 likes in 20 minutes, I'll give one of you guys $100 in the chat right now. Yeah, so long AF. Legends. Flat. I'm long for you, sir. Come on, bro. I know you like it, but don't be silly. Don't tell everybody on chat. Stop it. Yeah, long FOMO. The problem is, it's actually quite a good idea to buy Bitcoin right now. So technically it means you're long, but it's just buying it on a long-term standpoint. A lot of people are going to get wicked out on those short-term trades if it goes to 14. Look at the order books, legends. Bloody fucking Nora. Are we getting a wick? No, we're just getting a dump. Wow. It is more green than it is red. We're getting some big ones there. The only reason I've got that on my screen is just so I see, is it more green or red? To be honest, it looks more green to me. People are buying. Yeah, guys, like that stuff, like that stuff. The more likes, the better. Already liked it. Thanks, legend. Thanks, legend. Mezzy, legend. Appreciate you. Yeah, so if you want to go to MDX, the thing on the screen you can see is mdxalgo.com. So you see that link? I just posted it, Mike C. What you see on the screen now is mdxalgo.com, and this is where you can actually monitor the markets, the crypto markets, without like some sort of heavy CPU load on your computer. This actually is trimmed down to be very easy to work on any machine. You can basically monitor the markets quite happily. It's got all the prices, market caps. Whoopsie. You got market caps. You've got the price, obviously. You've got the long to short ratio. You've got some price charts, etc. And yeah, everything's there basically. This portal is where you can actually get access to the indicators we sell. So we actually sell TradingView algorithmic indicators, and they basically tell you when to buy and sell. This is actually Solana you're looking at right now. Our algorithms literally said to sell Solana when it was trading at $35. Now we're at $13. So it's a huge move there, guys. You can actually come to mdxalgo.com like you see here, and all you have to do is basically click register. So you just go up here, you click on where it says no membership, just get a membership, and then you can actually get the indicators, etc., etc., etc. And guys, I'm doing a competition right now. So if you go to the description box below, guys, you will see a link, and it says BitGet. If you actually sign up to BitGet in these videos, I'm going to be topping up people's accounts of 0.01 Bitcoin. I'm going to be doing it once a week. So if you create an account with BitGet, I'll go through, I'll see that you've registered with that link below, and I'll send you 0.01 Bitcoin to top your account up. So get a BitGet account, guys. You can see the link in the description. And guys, I actually do use Bybit to trade as well. The main exchanges I use is BitGet and Bybit, but I also do use PrimeXBT for trading stocks and shares, and Phemex for altcoins. But what I'd recommend doing is coming to mdxalgo.com and then clicking this button here. It just says trade. So click on trade, and then you can actually sign up to all these partners here. And these actually these partners, when you click these links, they'll give you thousands of dollars. So you can see it all in the description box below. Dump it, leggies. You can see it in the description box below. All of the amounts you can get. Oh god, I reckon SPX is dumping again. Here we go. Love it. Love it or you hate it. Yes, SPX is looking like it wants to try and break now. Just in the last 20 minutes of trading. Last 20 minutes it's got left. 25 minutes left. It's on trend. Yeah, if we lose this and if it just stops there, it could be really hilarious, because that's just going to create so much fucking uncertainty and fear. And that could really push Bitcoin down. And then guess what? When it opens tomorrow, it just snaps back up, and then Bitcoin has a bit of a moon. Oh, itty bitty, really. It's making like macro yearly lows. So this is the lowest price we've been at this year, $16,209. Guys, I just want to tell you something as well. Actually, wait, okay, fuck it. I'll just tell you right now. It is literally my birthday tomorrow, okay? So my birthday is tomorrow, the 10th of November. On my birthday, if you scroll back and you go to if you go to the all-time Bitcoin highest price ever, Bitcoin traded on the 10th of November 2021. Bitcoin traded at its highest price it's ever done ever in history. So this is $29,200. Bitcoin went to fucking hell. Bitcoin went to $69,200. So on my birthday, Bitcoin traded at the highest price it has ever traded. It is my birthday tomorrow. Bitcoin isn't trading at the lowest price it's ever traded. Thank God. But Bitcoin is trading at the lowest price ever seen this year. So I don't know what it is about my birthday, but there seems to always be some big things. And actually, Bitcoin went from on the 8th of November. Let's just say it's the 10th. It literally was the 10th, actually. On the 10th of November in the 2019 bear market, Bitcoin went from $6,000 to $3,000 in 2 candles, which is a 50% correction. That was on my birthday as well. So maybe my name is Max. I don't pay tax, but maybe my name is Max and Bitcoin is me. Maybe it knows when my birthday is. And it's like, you know what? We're going to create a little bit of a fucking celebration or a fucking cry. You're either going to cry. They say that most will cry on their birthday. You either laugh or you cry. And I'm not going to ask you to guess my age, but I'll ask you, how old am I going to be tomorrow? Legends, how old am I going to be tomorrow? BTC bottom on Max's B-Day. That'd be nice. You know, okay, imagine that. All art, right? Imagine I get this. The highest price ever of Bitcoin, which is marking the top of Bitcoin, $69,200, was on my birthday. The 10th of November, the highest price ever traded by Bitcoin happened on my birthday. Imagine if this bear market was defined by the 10th of November. Tomorrow, we just zip down to 9K. That's going to scare a few people. Now, say we zip down to, logically, $14,000, and then we bounce off 14. SPX goes into a bull market or bull trend. It's not in a bull market yet. Bull trend within a bear market. Bear market rally start. And then, the defined bear market low of 2022 was 14,000 on my birthday. That'd be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? High and the low. Oh, wow. Big $780 million buy there. Let's actually whip this down on the 10K so we can see it a little bit clearer. Yes. 45. Thank you, SB. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. 31, 43. 2 mil on the sell from Binance. Thank you, Binance. Thank you for selling $2 million into the Legends. Yeah, nobody's got it right yet. Nobody's got it right yet. But I'm flattered by all of your prediction of my age, because it's all so much lower than what I actually am. You know, you're all predicting such a long? You're all predicting such a low age, and I'm really happy about that. 1 million on the sell, sorry. Binance is just hammering in, like, the big players on Binance are selling, right? The big players on Binance are selling, and the small players are fucking buying. You're seeing 1,780,000 sells, and then all of this green, look, $1 million sell on Binance, and then all of this green comes after it. $1 million sell on Binance. It moved the price $8. So we've got all these small guys coming in and buying like 28Ks and 1 mil sell. All the ants, 10 mil sell. Oh, we haven't seen any 10 mils. I remember when we had the liquidation event in on Bitcoin for the COVID crash. I remember the liquidation event because I remember looking at the order books on BitMEX, and I was with my friend actually. We just saw so many hectic 10 $10 million liquidations just over and over and over again. It was scary. I don't know if we've got the liquidations built into this, the liquidation engines built into this, but it is something we should think about doing, actually. I think it is built into it. So you will see if we get 10 million liquidations. 29 years old, happy birthday. Short FTX. Well, FTX has been shorted to 0. Pretty much, I think it's trading at right now. Let me get another chart up for you, leggies. I think FTT is trading at about $5. Let me have a look, though. I'm not 100% sure. Let's look at it on... So it's $2.40, sorry, now. It's halved already in price. So last time I looked, it was... Oh, shit. Yeah, it was around here, up like $4 or $5. It just come down again. I do think it's going to get very interesting. I actually did go to my trading exchanges yesterday after the stream, and I did actually look at buying some FTT, but I got into a trade. I actually did get into a long. It went up, it went up quite nicely actually, but just before I went to bed, I just thought, you know what? This is going against a lot of my kind of my rules. I try to regulate myself as much as I can in trading, because I don't care how long you've been trading for. You can still get sucked into stuff. So I just took it off. I just marketed out of it and just took it off. And I'm happy to stay. I am really interested in this, because I do know it's going to offer up a really, really nice dynamic for a trade with an asymmetric upside result. But the problem is, it's just whether I can really actually put the time and effort in to make it work, because I just know how long it can take. And if it does go against me, then I have to compose myself, get back into, and I might be doing something else. There might be some other things I need to do in my actual life, because people think trading is all about you just click buy and sell, but it's just so not. You have to take into account time management. You have to take into account the energy it takes. What happens if I have to go I have to go tomorrow to do some shit with the dentist? It's just no. I don't need that added area. I want to be able to zone in on it and get it done if I'm going to get long on this market, and I think I am going to. I'm just going to wait for a few more telltale signals. The hourly is kind of mimicking Bitcoin, but if it does go down to, let's say 30 cents or something, it gets to the point where if it goes down to 30 cents, that, you're buying something which, let's have a look at 30 cents going back to, it's at 240 right now. Let's just say FTX got bought out and was okay. I'm just saying a ballpark figure. Let's just say 30 cents. Right, if it goes back to where it was, we're talking 64,000%. So it just gets ridiculous. So that's why I'm interested in it, but it's very similar to the Luna trade. The Luna setup trade was important to me. Well, it wasn't important to me. What am I even saying? I was looking at the chart, chatting shit. It wasn't important. It was just interesting to me because it did make me a lot of money, but it was because it was just the first real to zero we've seen in so long. BitConnect was like that. OneCoin was like that, but there wasn't really the infrastructure around it to be really well traded on derivative exchanges. But Luna was on all of the biggest derivatives exchanges. Obviously got taken down, delisted on a few of them, but FTTs like that as well. So I do think it's interesting. How many of you guys got wrecked on FTT? Tell me in the chat as well. I don't know. Let's get back to the itty bitty. It's absolute nuke station right now. Yeah, you're literally short until proven otherwise on this. You just keep fading it. I've told you before, I just think that if we lose 20k and if the range lows, we're going to go to 14,000. You know, I said in the previous stream here, I literally, I'll say it again. I explicitly said it. Clearly, I said that I think Bitcoin's going to come up to here. I don't think we get above this region. And I think we come back down, get a higher low like this, and then have another go at trying to get to 20. Again, lower high into it. We came back down as resistance, had another go, didn't even get to it. So it's just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, just carving over. Lower highs coming along this, lower lows coming down. It's a nice downtrend, basically a micro downtrend. Didn't manage to get above prior support SR level. So, So who said they wanted to look at another coin? There was another coin they were talking about. I'll go into my altcoins in a minute, and then I'm gonna tell you some other stuff which I'm gonna talk to you about in a minute. I'm just want to basically, I'll tell you some altcoins I'm looking at, but I want to stick to Bitcoin right now because it's obviously pretty crazy what's happening. SPX, have a look. Ew, it's doing what I said, sir. Breaking trend and then stopping with 15 minutes left. Okay, let's have a look. How has it managed to wick beneath any other trends on this? I just don't think it has. Obviously, this is the genesis beginning of the trend line. Didn't break it, slightly broken it. Not a good look. Not a good look there. Not a good look. I don't put as much weight on diagonals than I do horizontals, but this is really, you know, it's going to close in 11 minutes, so we're not going to see. We'll be able to look at, like, you know, pre's in terms of like the pre-entries or where it might go, but that big gap this morning did hit Bitcoin hard. But, you know, if it closes under trend, I think what likely happens is you get some sort of snap to here and then it comes down. And then that's going to create even more volatile. This week has just been, it's only fucking Thursday tomorrow. Got another whole day of trading after that. I can't wait till the weekend for Bitcoin to be let loose on this. It's going to be so irrational. It's going to be so funny. Oh, I can't wait to see what happens. Itty Bitty's doing that. Let's just quickly whip up some altcoins as well, like Solana. See if Solana's how that's doing. Oof. Solana's not doing well. I still do think Solana is probably going to, like, you come back. Having said that, okay, this is what I was thinking in my head. I think Solana's got a better chance at recovering than FTT. Okay, so I think it's got more of a chance of FTT recovering. But, you know, because of the ties between Binance buying it, I won't go into the whole narrative again. But, you know, Solana still is a used blockchain on some level. You know, FTT is literally a token which relies on the exchange. There is no other purpose or use case for the token. So it's just going to end up being like a relic, like freaking BitConnect. Why is it closing this like that? It's just going to create so much shit. They are just trying to do it, the legends. They're just trying to do it. They're just trying to do it. The bank's like, you know, let's just fuck everybody up. We want them to struggle. Opt on Shiba. Well, you know, Shiba's just not really my go-to meme coin to look at. I always opt in for Doge. All of my buy orders are now filled on Dogecoin. Everything got filled. Literally, these wicks are where I was getting filled. So I'm long on Doge. I bought quite a lot of Doge. You know, I was getting to Doge here, but this is a blessing in disguise for me because I wanted to get some more. So this is where I bought a lot of Doge, and I think that's good enough for me to play the strategy I'm going to play, and it's not a short-term strategy. I'm just going to wait in this position until we go into a bull market in Bitcoin. I want to see what happens with Elon Musk because this market, Doge, is so tied towards the relationship with Elon Musk. And I do like that because I know Elon Musk owns Twitter, right? Which is fucking great because he can then get that message out very quickly. He also is going to implement it potentially as payments. So regardless of its fundamentals, we know it's a shitcoin, but I like that story there. And I think that is worth punting, buying it now. You know, I think it's worth a punt. So that's my trade on Doge. It's very simple. Don't need to complicate it. I'm not going to day trade it. I'll only day trade it if I'm on my indicators and I'm just scalping it on the 1 minute for fun with some friends having a beer. That's the only time I look at it. I'll use these indicators, the MDX algo indicators, and I'll just play on the 1 minute, funny around, press red or green, have fun with a couple of bevies. 540 on the sell from Binance, sir. Goodbye. Goodbye, the itty bitty. We will see you on the flipperoonie ente. Guys, we've got 750 people watching. We've got like 300 likes. If you can inject me with some dopamine. I've only got so much dopamine in this thing. I'll give you a little drag on it. There's only so much dopamine I can get from this, okay? I heard, though, these have 20 cigarettes worth of nicotine in them. So if you blast them in an hour, you feel pretty fucking good. But, yeah, so like I'm saying, if you hit me a like button, guys, that'd be great. The more likes, the better, because it means more people see this content. Obviously, helps me, and you increase my dopamine. Yes, got 2 mil on the buy. Thank you, Binance. And this is strictly because I feel sorry for people getting liquidated. I know someone lost $2 million today. I don't give a fuck who you are. If anyone, $2 million, even if you're a billionaire, you're still like, okay, come on. You know, I felt that a little bit. You know, losing $2 million to a billionaire is like losing $1,000 to a normal person. You're like, okay, come on. It's not the end of the world, but come on. But I know someone lost 2 mil today. A friend of mine is a trader. Unfortunate position sizing, unfortunate stops. Not good to be on FTX. So I know actually like the level of trader on FTX, and I don't want to sound like, you know, FTX is where good traders trade, and no. We know that generally Binance is where the lion's share of retail traders trade because it has that altcoin selection, etc., and it's easy. They've onboarded everybody. But as you go down the list, like Bybit's slightly more professional, and then FTX actually did have a slightly better, I would say, a demographic of traders who slightly, you know, bigger sizes, trying to actually, if you look at the long to short ratio on FTX, actually is usually better than Binance. But in terms of if they are exposed either or, and does the market go with them? So I know a few traders who did get hurt by that, pretty hurt by that, and also being on the wrong positions, having a lot of exposure to FTT, trying to short all the way down on this, and it just keeps hitting them because they're on tilt. So just for a very, very strict, very, very clear morality standpoint, give these guys a break. Bitcoin. We know the market's not going to give them a break, but you know, I know a lot of guys lost a lot of money today and yesterday, and I also know some people who are like friends who are just over leveraged on other exchanges, and it's just like no one's having a good time except people who are shorting this market. And if you're in cash, and like you have to have at least some of your portfolio in cash. I'm 10% cash all the time, so you got to be waiting for these things. What is Phemex for degens? Yeah, I actually do love Phemex though. Phemex is one of my favorite exchanges. It's in the link. There is a link to Phemex below. Actually, you can get $3,000 when you sign up. But I actually really do like Phemex. So it gets a lot of shit, but I think you're completely wrong because like it has the fastest matching engine in the industry. If you're going to be trading high velocity altcoins with thin order books, you want to match fast. Like that sounds fucking great. Their exchange is really good at trading altcoins. It has a big altcoin selection. You know, it's really, really good. Really good exchange. PrimeXBT, I trade stocks and shares. There'll be a link below to that as well. But just come to MDX Algo, guys. If you click on trade, so you go on charts, you can see all this. If you click on trade, you can actually go on here and click on all your little bits and bobs, and these will give you bonuses. But right now, I'm actually doing a competition on BitGet. So if you use the link below, guys, you can see it in the description box. BitGet, it says. If you use that link to sign up to make an account, I'm actually going to top up somebody's account this week, at the end of the week, 0.01 Bitcoin. So if you just make an account with BitGet, I will top your account up 0.01 Bitcoin. I'll just go through the list of people who've signed up. So basically, the link is in the description box below, guys. BitGet. Go and make an account. Use them as well. Good exchange. You can use them in the UK and US. You can get $8,000 with them. There's no regulation behind it, so you don't have to use a VPN. And then obviously Bybit as well. But all the links are below, guys. I've said this a million times. If you use those links, you get bonuses when you sign up. And also BitGet. I'm doing a 0.01 Bitcoin giveaway. Let's get back to the charts. Fear and Greed Index is 29. Surprising, actually. You would like to see this be a lot lower. Zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. That's crazy leverage on zigzag. So who's on leverage then? Is he on 100x or something? Binance deal officially is off. Let me see that. Binance FTX deal. I can whip it up from the... So Binance FTX deal will bring regulatory scrutiny on crypto exchanges, blockchain associations, Christian Smith. Come on. Stop saying stuff like that.
It's important to remember that Binance US and FTX US are not part of this deal. So US retail customers should not, at least at this stage, be caught up in the deal that is being negotiated. That being said, I think...
Yeah, shut up. Binance FTX deal will be... This is not even the right article. So you're saying that the deal is off. You know, this is probably going to bring some sort of scrutiny to regulation. And like, I want to be completely honest here about Sam Bankman-Fried, because Sam Bankman-Fried... Oh, look at that. Sam Bankman-Fried is not morally a good person, because it surprised me from the beginning why people liked him so much. He literally made his money through arbitrage in the beginning, and his business model and his market liquidity providers have always been the most aggressive in the industry, trading against people on their own exchange. And Alameda Research is a trading company and then a hedge fund. So what it means is that they make money when other people lose money, meaning that there's no morals involved there. It's an amoral market. It's literally going into a boxing ring. There's no morals in boxing. You just fight to win the fight. That's it. You're not thinking, I'm going to be nice and let him win. No, there's none of that. It's the same as trading. You're going into the ring and you're only there to win. So you only make your money if someone else loses. That's the first thing. If he gives money away to charity, then fine. But you have to remember that actually, Sam Bankman-Fried was trying to regulate cryptocurrency and create a bit license and, lobby governments, etc., to get them in first to get kind of ahead of the game. But the problem is that, if you speak to anyone really about this who's in that area of, government regulation with crypto, and anyone actually knows anything about what's going to happen in the USA, there's not going to be a big, thriving, really big mainstream crypto market without some type of regulation. That is kind of what has to happen. It doesn't mean that it 100% means it needs to be a bit licensed. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying some type of regulation in the USA is eventually going to happen, because the USA is right now the most regulated fucking country in the world. Literally, everything is regulated by the government because of their power status, and they want to hold on to that. Other countries will be able to get around it. Smaller nations, they're already adopting it. El Salvador, smaller ones in stuff like freaking even what's that place right now doing the digital Bitcoin stamps and stuff like that. Oh God, sir! Obviously, there's Malta, and then there's Estonia. That was Estonia, I think it is. They're doing some really cool digital ID stuff with Bitcoin. But the problem is that Sam was probably, he was only trying to do it now instead of later. The problem is that people have with it is that he was trying to lobby politics, people in Parliament in America to get his special draft through, which would and then actually make FTX benefit more from it than other players. I think that's why CZ Binance, the head of Binance, that's why he got so pissed off. But you could actually say it's probably more CZ's fault for this dump than FTX. They're probably both to blame 50-50. So it's official. FTX deactivated withdrawals and deposits, and Binance announced that they won't make the deal. I haven't seen anything up here, so this is actually collecting the most recent news. I'm just going to wait for it now. Binance's victory over FTX means more users moving away from centralized exchanges. That sounds great. Binance walks away from FTX deal. Let's have a look. Binance walks away from deal to acquire FTX. A spokesman for the crypto exchange said FTX's issues are beyond our control and ability to help. Oof. Doesn't sound great. Binance has scrapped its letter of intent to buy FTX, according to the Binance spokesperson. When did this come out? It's probably on Twitter. As a result of the corporate due diligence, okay, whatever. So they're saying they're not going to buy FTX anymore because they've seen their balance sheet and they said, fuck that. Probably a wise move, to be honest. They've got so much over-leveraged shit right now. Alameda Research is going crazy. All of their reserves have been fucking flooded out. It's just going to be a full-blown bankruptcy. And I don't know where that leaves people who are in positions of companies which got bought out by FTX, etc. So yeah, news came out more than half an hour ago. Well, I know you're laughing, mate, about 30 minutes, but actually it's pretty good on the pulse 30 minutes ago. You got to remember, on this channel, I'm not the guy who's sitting here waiting for a news story to trade on the back of it. I'm strictly charts first, because you look at the charts to tell me the news. There is no strategy based on the back of news, because it literally is irrational. It is unpredictable. It's not quantifiable. It's no fucking I've said it a trillion times. There's no profitable strategy I've seen which you can use news as a way to get ahead, or it comes out later. It's written by someone they know before you anyway because they wrote it. That's how that has. What the fuck? How is that? There's no edge there. The only edge you have is by looking at the charts. And even if you had no idea about any news stories in crypto, the fucking analysis is this: if you lose support and you retest it, you sell into it as resistance. It just did. It broke 20, retested it, and we went down. That's exactly what I said. If we lose 20K, I'll make a clip of it. I said to you, the great thing about Bitcoin right now is that either way is going to be really, really volatile, okay? Either, this is before all the banks, this is before FTX, Binance, fucking, this is even before the Fed meeting, okay? I was saying all along here, we're coming into a tightening range. The range is getting longer and longer and longer. The volatility is going down and down and down. That means we're creating tension, okay? I said from the beginning, if we do get above 20, get above the micro high, we're likely going to go into a bear market rally, and it's going to be a long uptrend all the way up to 28K, potentially, okay? But I said, if we lose 20,000, leggies, if we lose 20K, it's going to be a very, very quick move down because we're fucking creating all that tension for the prior fucking range. So just clip it. You can go back on the last video. It's literally 2 videos ago. And that's the beauty of this scenario, is that both ways are going to be a big snap. So you can have an inflection point, 20K, bang, we got it. So, but now we're going 14K quite likely, okay? Because this looks dire. Invert that, you know, oof. Okay. It's going to, I think, you know, 14, you know, parabola at the minute. Just one big long candle and then back out. SPX just did close as well. What did we get a close on the SPX? How long we got left? It's still open. 1 minute left on SPX. So I said before, I said, you know, if we close just outside of trend, it's going to make Bitcoin even more fucking dumpy. I would say the probability it comes out like that in the morning. And then I think it sees here as resistance, and that will probably be the most likely scenario. But that could mean that Bitcoin has a little bit of relief tomorrow morning. But who gives a fuck? Because that's a long time. 12 hours probably. Yes, guys. It's going to be fucking 14 on the cards, legends. 14 on the cards. Who would have thought it, eh? Only me a million times saying we're going 14 first. Now, from the beginning, I said we're either going 14 than 28 or 28 than 14. We're just going to get 14 now. And yeah, you know, we're making jokes about it and stuff. I just do know a lot of people have been really hurt today. I'm not going to lie. I know guys who lost millions on Luna. Like, I knew guys who lost millions on Luna. And then this as well today, this is more like the trading community. Those guys are the hodlers. You know, those guys they're in Luna, They were staking that UST shit. They got wrecked. And now some of the traders are getting hit hard because they're trying to trade this irrationally on FTX. Now they can't even withdraw. It's just crazy. I don't know how many users they had, but it was over 1 million. Shit. Crypto really has been funny this time around, this bear market, eh? Is you copy trading bot better than AI? Yeah, our copy trading bot is very, very powerful. It's one of my oldest, longest term trading strategies. My CTO helped me develop it with the code. If you come to mdxalgo.com, guys, you'll see this on the side. If you see this, what you can do is you can click on automation. If you click on automation, it'll take you to this screen. You can actually come and copy trade this trading bot for free on mdxalgo.com. So literally just come to mdxalgo.com, guys. It's as simple as that. You'll see this screen. Why is my chart being changed? I would like to have it back to what it was before. Thank you very much, sir. Maybe actually set that as a default for you there. Yeah, so I'm going to say this, okay? Which I sound like I'm about to make an announcement. Come to mdxalgo.com. The announcement is come to mdxalgo.com, and then you can go on automation and you can get the free trading bot. Also, guys, I have a competition going on right now. So if you go to the description below, you'll see basically a thing. It will say BitGet and have a link. If you sign up to BitGet with that link below, I'm going to be topping up someone's account with 0.01 Bitcoin. So anyone who signs up, guys, this week to BitGet with the link in the description, you'll see the link in the description box. It's BitGet. When you sign up, I'm going to go through the list. And I'm going to find someone's account and send you 0.01 Bitcoin so you can trade in that exchange. All you got to do, guys, is sign up to BitGet with the link in the description. If you want to trade like Bitcoin and stuff, use Bybit. But you guys already know I use Phemex for altcoins, PrimeXBT for trading stocks and shares. If you are interested in trading stocks and shares, trade with PrimeXBT. The links are in the description. But if you do come to mdxalgo.com and you click on trade, you will see all these and you can click on these links. And those links will initiate the bonus you can get. So you can get like $5,000 in some cases, $8,000 bonus when you sign up. But you need to use the links from our partners. So they know that it's from me, and then they can give you the MDX people give you the links, okay? Let me drag on my fucking cigarettes. I've been talking for too long. Poor old Solana, eh? God, the Solana bag holders. I feel sorry for the stakers on Solana, very similar to the Luna saga, or the Luna cascade down. I think actually there's a big drop of Soluna coming. Soluna? I don't know exactly how we can verify this article, but it is. I've seen this on a few different things on Twitter as well, and on the vesting schedule for some of the tokens coming out after stake. But you can see here that there's going to be $1 billion of Luna coming out within probably the next 10 hours. I actually tweeted that out like 10 hours ago, so I think Soluna is going to have a lot more headwind coming. I don't see them pulling out of this that quickly. But guys, let's just all salute each other. Everyone, okay, if you're literally watching this video right now, look at the camera and put the salute up and say, if you're a hodler and you're staked, you're not getting out of this alive anyway. If you're staked and you're a hodler, you might as well just salute and say, I'm in the position. Yes, sir. I staked for 2 years. I will stay with you. It's impossible for me to get out. I love that one, legends. Guys, tell me in the chat right now as well, what is your position? Tell me right now, have you made money today or have you lost money today? Tell me in the chat. I want to know. Just generally speaking. We are fucked. MDX, is this drop fast enough to consider it a capitulation? Quite an interesting question there, actually. And I haven't really taken that much time to think about the speed, the velocity of a move in comparison to a capitulation. Capitulations, which end up being despondency, then they end up going through a whole cycle in themselves. It's just like a moment in the market where you see an aggressive amount of fear. You have the other way is euphoria. You have like euphoria and capitulation. It's kind of the two ways to think about each end of the market. But capitulation is more of a way to describe like a fearful event. We know fear is different to greed. Usually capitulations are quite sharp moves, but it's a very, very odd, it's a difficult question to answer because everyone has their own idea of what they think a quick move is. If you look on the daily, you could say that's a quick move. I know you're probably on a lower time frame saying, this here looks like it's a slow move, but we're looking at, this is happening on the 5-minute candles, okay? So, if you look back in history and you see 2 daily candles, you could say that looks very fast. The COVID crash in itself was 1 day. It was a load of 5-minute candles coming in. And also you have to remember that markets aren't just defined by Bitcoin. So like you have to look at SPX. Capitulations on SPX are going to take weeks and months. So, I would say that the 2000s bear market was a capitulation. I would say that the 08 credit crunch was a capitulation. I'd probably say that this was the capitulatory event, there in the last low. And then you have also got this move here as well. So that's kind of what we're thinking about here. But then you have despondency, then you have growing back through, and then you have kind of it goes back to hope, etc. That's kind of like the despondency area, like after it happens, where you still get sell pressure, but it's being fought against by buyers. Because it usually comes down very quickly, and you have a little bit of a few months like that of just like fighting the lows. So that's what I would say. It's a difficult question to answer. Everything's subjective, but I would say a capitulation is usually quite a fast, jagged down, fearful move in a price chart, which breaks a lot of market structure, but then ends up defining where the low of a market is. Tesla dropping like a rock. I've been saying this from the beginning. I do think Tesla's going to go much lower. I actually think Tesla could come down to all the way back down to where it began. Actually, I think Tesla's going to go there. I love the car company and all that kind of crap, but that's fundamentals. I do think it's got a long-term good outlook for Tesla, but this is not a good chart. This is a downward sloping channel now. It's broken the lows here. This is the next support it's got to hold along here. Very important level just here. I'll actually draw it on double from both the areas we're looking at here. So this is an important region which is on right now. If we do get a bounce off this as support, which, logically speaking, I do think Tesla's going to go lower, but it doesn't mean you can't play a bounce trade. If it did get a bounce off here and came back up, I'd look to actually get a buy-in on Tesla and then look to short trend on this. And then if it does make another lower high, that's what I'm going to be thinking to myself, okay, it's unlikely this is going to hold forever, because what you're seeing sellers are prepared to sell at a lower and lower price. And if that comes to an equilibrium where the sellers are buying lower and lower and lower and lower and lower, and you keep hitting the support region, we just know that that order block there of buyers is eventually going to be exhausted, okay? And Tesla's going to trade a lot more organically than Bitcoin, okay? So Bitcoin's a lot of tomfoolery, a lot of fuckery. So I would say that. Fuck my neck. Oh, too much streaming. I've been 3 hours streaming every day at the minute. I would say that, yeah, you're looking for, I think Tesla's going to come down lower. This is support, so textbook speaking, I would say probably might be a good time to buy, but have a tight stop loss on it, and if it does get some sort of bounce, then I think it probably breaks it. Same goes for Amazon. I think Amazon's coming down lower. I think Amazon's going lower. I just don't see much here. This whole area of support's getting broken. Meta did have a move, so I actually have drawn this fractal on. I've been flicking in and out of my exchanges. I actually do use Prime XBT. So Prime XBT I use to buy stocks and shares. If you go to mdxalgo.com and you click this link to sign up to Prime XBT, you'll get $7,000, okay? The link's below, I think, in the description. If it's not, just go to mdxalgo.com. But I do think the risk to reward on Meta is quite good. I don't see it as good as Bitcoin in terms of an asymmetric upside trade, because I feel like Bitcoin is a lot more, in my mind anyway, and its fundamentals of what it is. I feel like the story is more powerful, and I think that the probability of Bitcoin realizing its future is more probable than than Meta. If Mark Zuckerberg is going to be, he's going to create Meta, which is going to be the company, the biggest and best platform for the metaverse, this is going to fucking go to just redonkulous valuations, okay? We're talking probably 5 trillion, okay? But he's got to do that. And it's different. Like when a big company, like how many big companies, right, have gone on a mission to do something once they've already got big in something else? It's not that many times. Usually companies get big in the industry they create or build almost at the beginning because of slightly amount of market timing, right participants. Other companies aren't doing very well. They might not even be the best company. They might have a worse product, but they just get lucky. Their marketing's better. So there's so many different variants which come into a company getting to where they are, and then when they do get bigger, they actually manage to pull human capital, and then they actually get more money because of that, and then the more money means they can actually make their product better than everybody else's, and they grow. But I just don't know many companies which have really managed to do that successfully. I think there's going to be a brand new metaverse platform company which is going to win that space. And I feel like it's just going to be a whole new set of names for the metaverse. I don't think it's going to be Zucky on this one. I could be wrong, and he could be an absolute genius. That's why I'm thinking about buying it. That's why I want to buy Meta, just in case I'm fucking underestimating how smart he is, and he does become the meta. He does become the metaverse. Like, if he does that, it's going to be insane. But I just have a hunch that there's going to be another company, Legends. It's going to be another company. It's going to be a new name, and it's going to be a new thing. It's going to be a blockchain-based thing. But we'll see. But that's my stocks I'm looking at. And obviously we have Google, which I am very looking to buy shitloads of this, to be honest. I want to see it come down to here. It's a very, very simple chart, obviously. This is kind of like where we had that SR flip, and then that's when the whole thing happened. So we had this level, COVID crash, breakout, deviation, found support, and then it never stopped. So I'd say that this would be really nice to buy, actually, 76. It's looking pretty good to me, Google. I think that this will very likely have a very, very good future, actually, Apple. I mean, fucking hell, I'll get them right, sir. I think Google's business model is not going anywhere anytime soon. I think it's going to do very, very well. They own YouTube. They own all these Google adverts. They have literally they have a search engine where people type in their interests at the rate of billions of searches a day. So they literally know what everyone is searching. Like, okay, they know what everybody's thinking about. Yeah, I think that's probably going to stick around for a bit until we get a decentralized version. Microsoft, I think Microsoft's got a lot lower to go. I actually took away the ticker because it was taking up too much space, but Microsoft does look good. I'll look at it on the NASDAQ. Where are we on freaking goddamn? This is, I think this is the right chart. Nope, sorry. God, this is another NASDAQ. Microsoft, sir. I want to see it on the NASDAQ. So, absolutely phenomenal chart. But I do think NASDAQ, I do think that Microsoft's got, will come down a bit. I do think that this chart it's held up the best, I'd say, Microsoft. But I think this comes down a lot lower. I think this is the beginning of a much bigger correction. Look at its previous bull to bear cycle. I think it was a 65% correction back down, 75% correction it had from high to low. So 75% correction. I'm not saying it has to do exactly what it did before, but even doing what it did before, it takes it down to 83 points. I would say that this probably has a little bit lower to go. It's never actually, as soon as if you get this EMA ribbon here and it closes beneath it, it's trying to do it now. It actually has closed, actually, the prior count. If it closes like this, I think it's quite likely we go lower. But it would, if it closes beneath this EMA ribbon, I think we're in a similar situation to here. And we can see it go flat and down for a few months. I would say something like this. Back down, actually like this. Maybe back up a bit. But just have something like that and then maybe continue on into the future. Something like which looks like that, I'd say, for Microsoft. Considering every other stock is fucking nuked, it hasn't. It's not even that good a company, Microsoft. Obviously, every computer company needs Microsoft because they have to have the software to make their whole business run. But I think Apple's valued at more than these days. Yeah, Prince Gala. Musky, baby. Let me drink some water and have a vape. 3K Bitcoin confirmed. Nah, I don't think so. I think we're going to 14K next. I think 14K is on the cards. $15,900, legends. Let's have a look at some of the news stories coming out then. So Bitcoin loses. Bitcoin losses continue after Binance quits the deal. Let's have a look what they have to say. The block. Bitcoin loses. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I actually think that FTX not being acquired by Binance is worse off for crypto. Unfortunately, it just means that breaking Binance backs out of the FTX deal. Yes. Post-election sell-offs, SPX. We have got the elections coming up as well. I feel like that whole saga, that whole development right there is, Binance not buying FTX is not going to be as good for crypto as a whole, because you're just losing a big liquidity maker. You're losing a matching engine which had millions of users. You're losing a meter research, which is their hedge fund, which it obviously held a significant amount of projects tokens in their uncirculating supply reserves. It's good for exchanges, I suppose, competitors of Binance, of FTX, because now they're going to get their customers and acquire their customers, would mean they will grow faster. But I feel, Solana's a good example of it. It's getting hit very hard. Whether it's good or bad, it's difficult to say, because you could say it's good because you're going to get a better price. But I'd say that overall, for the health of the market, to say, like, is there a breadth of different exchanges you can use? It's going to be damaging. But, over a few months, a few years, the market will change. There'll be new exchanges. There'll be DEXs. It'll push DEXs in the future. So I think for the short term, it's probably not great, guys. We're going to have a lot of volatility. Bitcoin's probably going to be dampened by it. But in the long run, I don't think it has any real effect. This is just the reality of a free market, low regulation in this industry, crypto. This is just the result of a spat, over leveraged, wrong position sizes, not using risk management appropriately, even though they probably did have a strict risk management strategy. But they didn't foresee everything. And unfortunately, if you go and try and lobby governments behind the back of CZ, he's not going to be happy about it. I think that's fair. But this is just the beauty of a free market dynamic. If this was like the fucking stock market or Robin Hood in the traditional fucking regulated, no, we have to close all of the exchange. Listen, now we need to bail out the exchange so people can still using it. No, sorry, you can't sell this stock because it's ruining this. And it's like, what? Let Robin Hood go to zero. Let the hedge fund go to zero. Stop bailing everybody out. Let them go to zero. Let them learn. Let them have some pain. Obviously, FTX going down is going to be a bit painful for FTX, but the crypto market. But it'll be better in the future, because then it gets acquired and we move on stronger. Just got to move on stronger and do your thing. Max, what do you think about Solana recovery? There's a few different dynamics here. What do I think about Solana? Okay, the problem is that all of Solana's funding, not all of it, but a lot of it, was going to come from FTX. They're not going to get that anymore. Solana's in a tricky situation, because if Binance did buy FTX, it's bad for Solana, because it means that Binance is not going to invest in Solana. They're going to invest in the Binance Smart Chain. So none of that money is going to go to Solana. It's going to go to their internal project, obviously. So if Binance did buy FTX, which we now know they're not, that would have been bad. But if Binance doesn't buy FTX, it's also bad. So it's bad in both fucking scenarios. It's probably better for them that FTX isn't. But if FTX loses everything and Alameda goes down and they lose all their reserves, etc., and they sell all their Solana, which they are, they're not going to get that investment into the ecosystem from FTX. That's not good. Also, Solana has had problems anyway with retaining its users because of the outages. So there's less demand for the token for the fundamental premise of what the token does, which is paying network fees, etc., moving things around and using it for staking to run the validator nodes. So it's a little bit of an unfortunate one for Solana. And I do think that Solana's fate could end up very similar to EOS. And a lot of people forget this, but I used to know a lot of stuff about EOS. I actually thought EOS was going to be a great cryptocurrency. I thought it was going to be an Ethereum killer type of thing. But, you know, if you actually really look about what EOS happened with EOS, etc., and they lost funding, and then the mining got really centralized, and then there was a problem with governance on chain. This project could be what Solana does. And I feel like it could just slowly slip from the top 10 down to the top 20, down to the top 50. So I feel like Solana could eventually slip away from being in the limelight as much. But again, it's a good thing because we know there's going to be better competitors coming out. You know, I think Near Protocol could probably replace it on some level. But this is me talking about technicals and into fundamentals. But I feel like Solana, overall, for the long run, this is not good for Solana. But you have to remember that in a purely technical standpoint, we're getting significantly oversold on the daily RSI right now. We've got the 4-hour looking crazy. Our indicators, so the MDX algo indicators, the last short from my indicators literally was at the top, so it shorted $36. If you had taken that short, guys, congratulations. Literally, you're up like fucking 70% right now. If you go on mdxalgo.com, you can actually get the indicators for free for 7 days as well, so go check that out. But yeah, I think Solana, in terms of it's oversold right now, technically speaking, I think there's probably going to be quite a lucrative trade here. I think there's going to be quite a nice relief move back. Like Luna had a really good time on that. I made a lot of money on Luna on the relief move. So I do think that Solana is going to be very tradable. But long term, there's a few different problems with it. I actually put out a meme earlier about Solana. I'll show you it real quick. That's the guys. Salute legends. Salute them down. If you're staked and you're in Solana, you're staked all your tokens, you're in. Salute it and see you on the flippies. So I did a meme earlier about Solana. It's actually more about FTT, but CZ helps BNB Moon because he's like, I'm going to buy frickin' FTX. Solana's frickin' crying its tits off and FTT's dead. So maybe the fate of Solana is going to be where FTT is now, okay? Which could be a little bit slammaruniente. Matic's down 25%. You know, BNB, just a flip over to BNB, you know, this actually has managed to do quite well because it had that massive moon. You know, this level here is the 618's golden retracement. It's actually on its 618, much more healthy chart than most. You know, holding here is basically like Bitcoin holding 20,000 and it hasn't lost it yet. So BNB's held up pretty good in comparison to other, even it has had this crazy low volatility, it still hasn't lost any significant levels. It's still holding market structure. It's above this prior area of support. So significant SR level. It's one of the best looking charts in crypto, actually, I think. Like Link looks, it's lost the lows here. Dots, just see on the flippers. So, yeah, fuck. See you later, Sol. Adder, no. XRP is about the same, probably not as good. Near Protocol, no. Sandbox, see on the flippers. Plu, okay, look, Plu's a micro cap. It's actually one of my favorite altcoins right now. You know, I actually already called this at 4 cents and it went to 12 cents overnight. But I do think that this is a very constructive. This is actually a good hedge in my portfolio because this hasn't moved with all this market volatility, and I can just see this growing and growing and growing into the future with their USA partnership, the US partnership. So I think Plu is a really good altcoin to be in. Total market cap is wrecked. If it needs to hold that trend line, really, but it's just, nah, altcoins are going lower. Dogecoin is, again, actually one of the better charts because it hasn't managed to lose any significant levels, but I've already spoken about Dogecoin, guys. I've already told you that all of my buy orders are filled on Dogecoin. I'm in on Doge now. If we go lower, fine. It's a medium to long-term play, and I believe that. I already told you I think Doge is going to go back to 10 cents, and my buy orders were there, and I just look at this as a blessing in disguise. I got my positions filled. So Shiba Inu, I just don't really care, but it's not actually that bad, to be honest. It looks like it could carve out a higher low here. And then we have traditional markets, and that just closed. Good old traditional. It's not a good close, to be honest. I would say more likely just to get a bounce to the resistance here, and then we're going to see freaking what Bitcoin does. But Bitcoin is going 14K right now. Bitcoin, it's in no man's land, legends. If you zoom out, like where are we at, leggies? Where's next support? Like, there's nothing. There's nothing, leggies. And SPX is closed. I think it's going 14, guys, on this. And I think, just get it over and done with. Get to 14, then we'll see how SPX opens tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy day tomorrow on fucking open. I don't know what's going to happen. Depends on... And look at those amount of longs. The longs on fucking Binance are just hammering it home as well. There's so much fuel for the downside. All the FUD from FTT. You got the freaking goddamn Federal Reserve meetings. You got Binance now pulling out. You got everyone's long. The fuel is there. Capitulation's happening. Simple as that. Sam is not going to go to prison. He didn't do anything criminal. He's not a criminal in any respect. Dogecoin is not a criminal. You shouldn't be seen as a criminal for having an idea that fails. If we put everybody in jail who had an idea which failed, 90% of companies fail. You can't put people in jail for having ideas and failing. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're actually what you're doing in that kind of scenario is you are punishing innovation. He's not a bad human being. He just tried his best to make a company which would work. I doubt his actual ambitions were malicious. There wasn't anything malicious what he did. He just, his actual the way he implemented Luna with having like the way that you can have a crazy yield on the tokens, and he limited the sales as well. He made it so there was friction when there was buying and selling with the burning of Luna. All those things created too much exuberance to the upside, and then a break in the system because it wasn't sustainable. And that, you can't be put in jail. You can't be put in jail for that. You can't be put in jail because someone loses money. That's just gonna start, punishing people for having ideas, and then you're in a real tricky situation because then you've got fucking communism in your hands. But you can't punish people for ideas. You can punish people for malicious acts and scams, but Dogecoin, shouldn't be in jail, and nor should Sam Bankman-Fried. He shouldn't be in jail for what he did. He's not a criminal. He just had an idea which didn't work out, and then it got exposed. And the free market, the beauty about crypto is that the free market, and thanks to BitBoy. I've never been a real fan of BitBoy. I don't watch his videos. I don't take much value from it. He's got a good community, wholesome, good middle class community of people who are not professional traders and not idiots. It's like that middle ground, good mum and pop show, getting people into alts, winning money, etc. But I never really saw him as a good content creator, but what he did, BitBoy there, I have to say, you are a legend, bro. You're a fucking legend for that. I give that a lot of respect, because I don't care what you say, he exposed something which was a little bit immoral, even though maybe regulation was coming anyway. Sam Bankman-Fried was just probably trying to get ahead of the curb. Crypto, let's said it before on this fucking stream, crypto is going to be regulated in the USA. It's the most regulated nation on earth. There is no fucking way regulation is not getting through. It's basically a socialist, communist, fucking fascist society. There's no freedom left. So you think it's not going to get regulated? It is. Other countries might get away with it. UK is not going to get away with it either. So, I know his intent was slightly malicious in the fact that he wanted FTX to benefit from it the most. But, it's a little bit harsh of Binance to go out with that statement straight up when actually regulation is going to come anyway. So I think that the bit license idea is bad, but there is going to be some sort of regulation in crypto, and the longer you can fight it, the better. But it's still going to happen. It's still going to happen at some point. That's why you want to live in other countries. You want to move away from the States. Obviously, it's difficult because they tax worldwide income and stuff like that. But it's all that bullshit. Right, let's get back on the lower time frames and have a look at this. We're getting a little bit of a move here, but yeah, it's short until proven otherwise, guys. I said in my previous videos, that it's very unlikely we're going to get above this. I thought we're going to come up to see it as resistance. And guys, we've been making lower highs the whole way fucking down, legends. Low highs, low lows all the way down. It's pretty fucking crazy. The order books are going absolutely mental. If I take this to one, look at this. It's going to be like, I just look at this because I'm like, what is it? Is it more green or more red? And right now it looks more green because everyone's fucking trying to long the market from the bottom, okay? Absolutely crazy. But yeah, guys, tell me in the live chat, where are you from? Are you in the UK, US, what country? Put your flag in the chat, guys. Put your flag in the live chat. Absolutely great. I've got some competitions going as well, guys. I'm going to be giving away $100 in this video. I've also got my partners. I'm doing a giveaway on BitGet. So if you go to the description box below, guys, you can see a link which says BitGet. if you actually use that link and just sign up, literally just sign up with an email, I'm actually going to be topping up someone's account with 0.01 Bitcoin this week. So all you got to do, guys, is sign up to BitGet with the link in the description, make a new account, whatever, and then I'm going to go through the list and look and then send someone 0.01 Bitcoin every single week, whoever signs up to BitGet. And they will also give you $8,000 when you sign up as well, which is pretty insane when you start depositing and trading on it, etc. But yeah, the link is below, guys. It says BitGet. And if you want to trade Bitcoin, get a Bybit account as well. But I actually trade stocks and shares on Prime XBT. Phemex is my altcoin go-to, and then NEXO is where I get my yield. So I actually get 5% on Bitcoin. But yeah, all the links are below, guys. Check them out. And this actual screen you see here, guys, is mdxalgo.com. And on mdxalgo.com, guys, you can get the indicators, and it literally made 70% on Solana. It caught the Solana short absolutely beautifully. So you can get the indicators for free for 7 days. I don't mention this enough, guys, but if you go to mdxalgo.com, you can get a 7-day free trial with our indicators. You also get the VIP traders group, and also you get access to my altcoin portfolio, etc. We've got the other side to it as well, where you get the altcoin portfolio, the legend board, the indicators, the VIP traders group. Do you think... Oh, there's a lot of different countries in here. Do you think I should sell all my crypto? I'm 30% down. So look, I can't really give you... I don't know your setup. I don't know your structure. I don't know where your stop loss is. I don't know what you've got. So, you know, this is not really the question to be asking yourself is like, should I sell now? The way to go about this is to have a level where you should sell before you go into any position. I know this is not what you want to hear. You want me to tell you exactly what to do and but I can't really do that. It's pretty much impossible for you to do that. You know, it depends on your time horizon. Any time you buy something, before you buy it, or you sell it as short, whatever it is, long or short, you just need to have some sort of plan. You need to be like, okay, look, if I buy Bitcoin at $20,000 and it goes to 19K, you know, should I just say from there is my stop loss? Okay, I don't want to lose any more than that. If it goes below 19, okay, then it comes back up and goes back above 19, I'll rebuy, but 19 is my level. You need to think like that. You need to have a stop loss, basically, on anything. We've got 2 mil on the buy, 2 mil on the sell, actually, on Coinbase right there. Let me slow it down. The order books are going way too fast. So, like, you know, it's not what you want to hear, but it's the truth. You know, I don't go into any trade. I go into every single trade as though the money is as good as gone. I go into every single trade with my levels, with my plan. I don't look at it again. Simple as that. Whether I'm buying long-term investment stuff, if I'm looking at something, I'm like, I'm going to buy this as a long-term investment. If I buy something as a long-term investment, I buy it and I hold it for longer than a year. That is literally, I write down the date. I have a whole entire, like, a whole fucking notepad of when I buy these things. I'm like, I'm holding it for a year. That's my fucking strategy. If I'm doing a medium-term swing for 7 months, I'm like, okay, look, I think Bitcoin might go into a bear market rally. I'm buying this for 6 months. That's it. Stop loss in. I don't want it to go below 20. Do you know how much fucking times I've been stopped out in the last few weeks, guys, on 20K? So I'll show you a few trades I had. So I got long from... Let me just show you the trades, guys. Let me show you the trades. So 19,475, I got long. So this trade went up into... pretty decent P&L. I got long from 19,475. This got stopped out, guys. It went up to 20,600, I think it was. I can't remember. It says there, actually. 20,533. I got stopped at around $20,000. Okay, stop out and profit. Next trade, I got it at... fucking the last time I bought 20K. 19,436. I actually added to this position when we rebounced off 20K the second time. That got stopped out as well on 20. So 2 trades, didn't lose it. One was about break even, the other one was a profit. But guys, I had a stop loss. You have to have a stop loss. Like 20K is my inflection point. The whole reason I was saying that, you know, this could be a bear market rally. Who knows? We could have come down here and held and carried on. You know, that could have been what fate was. You know, that's what the world could have. That could have been the reality. Okay, but 20K is a stop loss. I said if we break 20K, we actually got a beautiful retest. I said either we're going to go into a long bear market rally to 28K, or we're going to go into a very, very quick move and probably lose range lows and go lower. You can literally go back on my videos and look at it. And 20K is the inflection point, and that's a stop loss. So I'm going on and on about this, but that's kind of what you have to think, okay? I can't just be like, shall I sell now? I just don't know. You know, I would say, just to give you your answer, because I know you want it, if you bought crypto because you're in crypto for the long term, I would say it's probably a bad time to sell your crypto now if your time horizon, if you're down 30% and your time horizon was long term. You know, there are not many times in crypto's history, and it's not a long history, okay? It's only about 12 years, but there's not many times in crypto's history that you are able to buy CBBI under 10, okay? So there's only literally, yeah, that went to 9 there. So once, twice. This is the 4th time ever in history you've been able to buy CBBI under 10, okay? So I'd say that if you look at this chart, you know, every single time you get to CBBI under 10, that's actually timing very close to the bottom of a bear market cycle. It's actually happened every single time. And I would say that the likelihood is if you buy Bitcoin and you're thinking of holding it for longer than a year, oh, what's going on? Was that pump it or dump it? That would have been crazy on the order books. It would have been like loads of $1 million buys. If it says dump it or pump it, it's like $1 million buys. But yeah, so you know that's what we're thinking about here. You know, yeah, like you gotta. Oh shit, son, 14K's on the go. Oh, I know so many guys getting murked. It's sad, but yeah. So I'm saying that, yeah, if you're gonna hold Bitcoin for the long term and you buy it right fucking now, it's very unlikely it's gonna be less than this price in a year's time. I'd say it's probably a 90% chance it is above this price. But we have to have all of the scenarios out there. Dump it. So guys, 14K is my next support. I'd have to say, like I said in the beginning of this video, I think we're gonna go to 14 on this because there is nothing here in terms of support. We're on lower time frames right now. Every hour it's ticking down. SBX closed. Let me get SBX up for you. So SBX didn't close too good. Okay, it's not the end of the world because it's not a significant breakdown to the next support, but SBX is at the moment teetering on support. You know, if this opens and next tomorrow this is going to be, if it opens, it's going to be about 12 hours from here. So 17 hours time, we're going to get the open. If we get that, it's, you know, if we get that, it's going to have a little bit of relief for Bitcoin, but this is a level now. This is a prior SR level, which is going to act as resistance. So if it comes up and then breaks this trend line, and we get that on SBX, guys, Bitcoin's going to have more turbulence. It really is. I can't see Bitcoin going up if that scenario happens. So if SBX breaks down tomorrow on open, Bitcoin's going to likely, wherever it's going to end up, you know, in the next 17 hours, you know, we could get a move to the upside because now SBX is closed. This, you know, this can do its own fucking thing now without getting influenced by SBX because Bitcoin is not king right now. Bitcoin is prince. You know, the crypto market is prince. Bitcoin's prince. The king is traditional because Bitcoin's just following traditional. So if we get something like this and it comes back up and then let's say SBX opens and it's bad, oh, we're going back down. If it's good, then we go up. Well, it's just going to basically exacerbate the move on either side. Then we're going to look at long to short ratio. I just can't see Bitcoin, the bottom, being in with this many longs. Binance is right now 75% long. Think about that logically. Do 75% of people long the bottom? Do 75% of people short the top? No. 75% of people do not short the fucking top. Everybody's long at the top and everybody's short at the bottom. Overall, generally, we know that in markets, the market makes the fools out the most. So long to short ratio don't look good to me. I'm like, no, want to see that being 75% short. Thanks very much. And then we got to think about all the other implications of all of this FUD. You know, we have now Binance saying, see on the flip side, current crypto legislation undermines the SEC. Oh, God, fuck off. Okay, let's have a look at this. Got some more news out right now. Breaking FTX's Binance rescue deal falls apart in less than 48 hours. Well, yeah. Like, they took one look at the books and they were like, see you later. I can never fucking pronounce their exchange, but it's Alameda. In the eye of crypto storm, takes 37 million of wrapped Bitcoin off XTS. Oh, God. They're trying to get rid of their wrapped BTC. Only 37 million, though. Bitcoin losses continue after Binance FTX deal. So I am looking at this news as well. Like, for you guys knowing this channel, when you watch me play and you watch me trade, I keep it very strictly charts, obviously. But it's very interesting to see this development from Binance and FTX because FTX is a massive exchange, millions of users. And there's going to be, like I said, I think Binance not buying FTX is worse for crypto in the short term for sure. In the long term, it's fine. They'll be acquired. Those assets will move to different exchanges. New companies will arise, which are going to be better than FTX in the first place because people are going to feel like they're hurt. It's going to make the market more stingy. And eventually, we're going to move to a decentralized future anyway. So and that's another one of the altcoins I want to speak about later, is decentralized exchanges. I'm looking at as many decentralized exchanges as I fucking can just to try and get an idea of which ones are going to be good. And there are a few I've already made. You guys already know a few of them. I'm actually going to do a tweet tomorrow, like I said. Let's see if I got 1,000 likes on it, though. 1,000 retweets, legends. We're going to get 1,000 retweets. So I said here, no, this is the wrong tweet. No, sir. Guys, please, don't do this. Be acceptable there. Oh, yeah, this is the video of me in France saying, if Bitcoin goes to zero. Yeah, I'm going to get copyrighted for that now. But no worries. Who gives a shit? We're all losing everything anyway. So let me find this tweet where I spoke about the altcoins. So this is another tweet I did earlier, just showing some of the positions I got into. Where is the tweet about altcoins? About the 1000x altcoins. Let me just find it for you, leggies. My Twitter is such a mess, guys. It's just such a mess. Oh, here it is. I literally was on it. It was the right one. So I said, this crypto, the FUD in crypto is offering up some massive opportunities right now, similar to the Luna crash. I think we can all agree on that. I was going to drop some altcoins tomorrow that were 100x gems, but they're fast becoming 1000x gems because of this move. I need 1,000 retweets on this tweet, and I'll share them. Guys, remember we only have 179. We got a lot more retweets on the fucking last one. We actually got like 1.6 thousand likes on that one. So guys, if you go over to my Twitter, if you can be an absolute legend, and if you want to hear those altcoins, go and retweet the freaking tweet, okay? Go and retweet the tweet, leggies. And if you're getting wrecked by fucking FTX, use these exchanges. Use Bybit, use BitGet, use Phemex. I'm actually doing a contest with BitGet right now. You already know this. Yeah, if you come to mdxalgo.com, click on trade, you can see the partners. There is literally a link below, guys, to BitGet. If you sign up to BitGet with a new email, whatever, sign up with that link, I will literally top up your account with 0.01 Bitcoin. I'm topping up people's accounts, one person a week, if you sign up with the link below to BitGet. So you'll see it, guys, very clearly below the video. Use that link to sign up to BitGet with a new email, whatever you want to do. And I will actually add 0.01 Bitcoin to your account once a week. So everyone's got an equal opportunity to get that money to trade with, whatever you want to do with it. It's not just tradable. You can fucking withdraw it if you want. And I also do use Bybit, and I use PrimeXBT for stocks and shares. But guys, come to mdxalgo.com, click on trade, and you can actually get all these deals, because all of these exchanges will give you thousands of dollars when you sign up, okay? Literally $8,000 right now on BitGet. So links below, guys. Make a BitGet account. Make a Bybit account as well if you want to, because they're good. Inflation data incoming. Here we go. Well, okay. Once you get the inflation data, put it in the live chat so I can look at it as well, because I want to see what bullshit numbers they come up with this time. If it says 28% inflation, fine. I'll be like, okay, you're probably right. If they say 3.5, 7, 8, I'll be like, fuck you. You're lying and you know it. It's very, very difficult to even have any way of auditing the actual general price increase of consumer price items. Like, also, inflation isn't about prices anyway. Inflation has nothing to do with prices. Inflation, very simply put, is an increase in monetary supply. If you increase the supply of dollars in an economy, that means there are more dollars to bid for the same amount of goods and services. That means that the price, the resulting, fucking hell. If you print more dollars, the result of printing dollars is higher prices. Prices going up is not inflation. The reason that when you print dollars, prices go up is because when you create more dollars out of thin air, it trickles down into the economy, and then you have more dollars bidding on the same amount of goods and services. Because if you inflate the amount of dollars, but you don't inflate the amount of goods and services made, it means that you're devaluing the currency, which means that there's more dollars bidding for the same amount of products, food, toothbrushes, toilet roll. It's all toiletries right now. You know, all these things you get in your house, you know, lights, lamps, consumer prices. There's not someone just creating more stuff. So if you create more dollars, there's more dollars to bid on the same amount of stuff, which means the price has to go up, because it means that if you're making it so if you're making money cheap and you're making it easier for people to buy the same things, it's not fair if the company doesn't raise their prices, because otherwise they're going to be getting less purchasing power from those dollars. Hopefully I'm explaining that easily for you to understand. It's fucking annoying how we see this in the world. Like, oh yeah, inflation. I need to do a clip about that. 1 million on the buy. Let's go, legends. Buy that shizzer. Buy that shizzer, Minizer. You know what to do. Let's get it on the 1Ks. Let's get it on the 1Ks. I love watching the 1Ks, legends. The 1Ks just make me laugh. FTX offline. Oh god. Yeah, that's the downfall of Sam Bankman-Fried. Oh no. What they said on news.
This story shaking the entire crypto industry. Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, is highly unlikely to go through with its proposed acquisition of struggling rival FTX after less than a day of reviewing the company, according to Coindesk sources. Binance's non-binding letter of intent for the takeover hinged on Binance performing due diligence. Roughly half a day into that process of reviewing FTX's internal data and loan commitments has led Binance to strongly lean against completing the transaction.
Harsh.
Securities and commodities regulators are probing
Harsh.
FTX.com correctly managed client funds.
Can you guys hear this?
Protestations this week by the failing crypto exchange's CEO that all customer holdings recovered, according to Bloomberg. In a tweet posted Monday and subsequently deleted, FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried saying his company has, quote, enough to cover all client holdings. Meanwhile, the majority
they probably have enough reserves in crypto to pay everybody's withdraw everybody's funds, but I made as fuck.
Exchange deals with a liquidity crisis and potential regulatory scrutiny. And Galaxy Digital saying it has exposure of around $77 million of cash digital assets tied to troubled crypto exchange FTX. The crypto-focused financial service
Galaxy Digital always gets his fucking nose in these pies. Obviously, Galaxy Digital is Mike Novogratz, and they've got such a big spread over everything, which is fine because they have massive winners as well. But, you know, they've always got something going on in these things. So it's a bit hectic. FTX is literally closed, legends. This is not good. It's not good. All that crypto is now stuck, for starters. People are going to be panicking on other exchanges, forcing it down. The arbitrage is harder now because that's not an exchange there. So price discovery is going to be more lucid. Yeah, 100%. Absolute nuke town here. Like I said, guys, 14K really is. We have a parabola here as well. Like, this is an exponential move. I'm actually going to keep it inverted for now because, you know, people like to think, you know, this is an exponential move as well. You can see that every single, obviously it's inverted, but every single low is getting exponentially higher, faster. Obviously this is inverted, but if I just flip it around, you can see that every single time the market is making a low, it's making a faster lower low in time. And so in terms of the velocity times the time, you're seeing that it's exponentially moving and moving faster and faster. So it makes a lower low faster and faster and faster. That's what I'm trying to say here. So that's why the relative strength stuff is down. Let's get on. Let's have a look at Bitcoin on the daily for our momentum indicators. You can see here that momentum's absolutely crushed. We actually look at this short call, guys, on the MDX indicator 5. Sorry, this is the MDX algo 3, not the 5. We can see all those. So we had 6 counts of bearish divergence at the top. That's at 21,300, and then boosh, absolute dump city, guys, from the last short. So if you had taken that short, guys, congratulations. These indicators literally tell you when to buy and sell. So congratulations, guys. Go to mdxalgo.com and get those for free for the first 7 days. It's a fucking joke, bro. My God, I got liquidated. 15,500 taught me that 15K was impossible. Yeah. Sam bankrupt fraud. Sam bankrupt fraud. Binance backs out of FTX acquisition. US Treasury Department connects Laris Group and Tornado Cash to North Korea and nuclear weapons programs. This fucking... Oh, God. Chloe Digital. I want to see some more stuff about FTX. So, guys, are you telling me right now that FTX, tell me in the chat, is it completely, you can't get onto the exchange? Binance's victory over FTX means more users moving away from centralized exchanges. This is like, obviously, what we were talking about earlier. You know, this is going to, everyone's like, this is bad, but let's be completely honest here. It is bad for the short term. We know this, but it is going to make the market more stingy, make people have more scrutiny on centralized exchanges. It is going to open up the door for decentralized exchanges. People will be more prepared to opt in for decentralized future, and I think that's why I'm looking at a lot of decentralized application platforms, tokens, coins, and investments. I'm going to be bringing you a whole load of them soon. FTX is back online. FTX is back online. Oh my god, they went bust for 5 minutes. 5 seconds on and off. Now we're gonna fucking moon. 5 minute pump and dump. Here we go. Well, obviously don't deposit. Like, why would you deposit? Get the fuck out of FTX. And guys, we've got like 1,000 people watching. If you can all hit that like button when you come in, really appreciate it. Obviously, when you hit the like button, I get a dopamine rush. It keeps me going. I've got my vape. I've got my water. I'm ready to go. But the more likes, the better. More people will come into these streams and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Most of you probably guys have already. Liked. Thanks, man. Good legends. If we get 1,000 likes, okay, let's get the time horizon up. If we get 1,000 likes by 10 p.m. UK time, so I'm looking at 9:58, got 2 minutes. If we get 1,000 likes, I will give someone in the chat $100. I'll give actually 3 people in the chat $100. I'll give away $300, okay? On this video right now, okay? You got 2 minutes to get to 1,000 likes. FTX back online. All the moon boys from the last pump are so sad. Yeah, they're sad because they didn't have a stop loss, most of these fuckers. Because they're moon boys. They're irrationally pitted towards the bias of being bullish all the time. But we know that markets go up and down. It's not good or bad. They just go up and down. And right now it's going down. 11 hours. Yeah, cool. Go. Dump it. Like it. Tokens. Let's fuck it. Let's go, brother. Yeah, good man. Like that shit. You got 2 minutes, legends. And okay, look. If we don't get to 1,000, I'll still do something in this video. I'll still do a giveaway, okay? Look at the order books just going absolutely ballistic. You can actually see all of this on mdxalgo.com, guys. I've also got a giveaway, actually. I actually already am doing a giveaway. If you look at the description below, guys, you'll see a link to BitGet. If you sign up to BitGet with that link, literally just sign up. I will go through the list and I will send you 0.01 Bitcoin. One person every week will get 0.01 Bitcoin just for signing up to BitGet with the link below. You'll see it in the description box. You can also come and sign up to the partners on mdxalgo.com. If you click on trade, so you'll see this. Click on trade. And if you click on these links here, these exchanges will actually give you thousands of dollars for free. So all of these exchanges will give you thousands of dollars. I recommend getting a Bybit account, a BitGet account. I use PrimeXBT to trade stocks and shares. So if you are trading traditional markets like SPX, indice markets, conventional commodities as well, like gold, etc., you can trade those on PrimeXBT. I don't know if the link's in the description below, but whatever. And then Phemex I use for altcoins, and then obviously NEXO is for getting interest on crypto. But if the links aren't below, most of them are. Just click on charts and go to... Babe, what's going on? Go to mdxalgo.com and do your thing. Oh, shit. It's my birthday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hello, bub.
Legends, you have to congratulate the crypto king right now, please. If it's okay.
How old am I now? Don't tell them, actually.
Yeah, it's secret.
Yeah, it's a secret. Yeah, shit, it's my birthday right now, legends. I'm not giving any money away. I want to like for free.
They have to send money to you.
Yeah, you got to send me money now. $100 each. Yeah, it's my birthday. It's my birthday right now, legends. Fucking hell. It's actually hilarious because it's actually hilarious. Like every single time it's my freaking birthday, all right? There's always something mental happening in crypto. And this is literally the last 3 fucking years, okay? Let me tell you why. If you go back to, and all the guys who watch this stream already know this, but if you go back to the 10th of November 2021, so exactly 1 year ago, Bitcoin traded at $69,200. That is the highest price Bitcoin has ever traded in history. That was on... Shit, someone's ringing me now. What's up, legend?
What's up, bro?
I'm streaming right now. You're on stream.
Oh, well, hello. Nice, bro. What are you streaming about?
I'm streaming about Bitcoin, but brother, let me ring you back, okay?
Yeah, hit me back if you don't mind. I got kind of something high priority I want to ask you about. If you don't mind.
All right, man. I thought you were gonna say happy birthday.
Is it your birthday?
You legend. Yeah, it's my birthday right now, 10th.
Oh, fuck, bro. My bad, dude.
No, I'm joking. I'll put you on the spot, mate. All right, I'll ring you back anyway, brother, afterwards.
Okay, hit me for sure, bro.
Cheers, dude. Oh, yeah, but so... he didn't know. I thought he was going to be like, happy birthday, brother. I was like, what? I thought he was going to be like, happy birthday, man. And he's like, no. I need to talk to you about something really important. Okay, cool. Thanks, brother. Is it... Yeah, my birthday, yeah? So let me get back to my point. Last year, exactly 1 year ago, Bitcoin traded at $69,200. That was on the 10th of November. And that is the highest price Bitcoin has ever traded in history. The next one, okay, this actually isn't the next one, but on the 10th of November, I remember this one as well. On the 10th of November, actually, okay, it was the 17th, Bitcoin dropped from $6,000 to $3,000. That's a 50% drop. From my birthday, it dropped 50%. And now, guys, it's the 10th of November, all right? It's just the fucking Scorpios. The Scorpios are mad. They're all fucking crazy. They're too assertive and dominant. They're just like, I'm fucking selling or I'm fucking buying. It's either one of the two and that's it. We're never like, oh yeah, I'm on the flat line. I'm in the middle. No, it's either you buy or sell. See on the flips. And then today's the 10th of November and we are trading at the lowest price for Bitcoin this year. Because obviously we know that a year ago exactly was the highest price that it's traded in the year. And today is the lowest price it's traded in the year. So if I'm a Scorpio, legends, you know, we like to bite and they're assertive on the charts. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's my birthday. How old am I? Tell me in the chat. Yeah, phone rings. I'm like, let's go, bro. What's up, man? Do you remember, brother? Yeah, I got to talk to you about something. Oh yeah, can't wait to hear it. See you on the flippies. See you on the flippies. It is pretty crazy. My birthday is on the 21st of November. Congrats, bro. I thought someone said 22. I'm not 22. I'm not 22 years old. Between 40 and 48. I love the way everyone's hitting me with those 40 life, you know, that 40 life. But guys, yo, it is my birthday literally right now. So if you don't like the video, it means you have, like, you are a less empathetic human being. If you don't like this video right now, you are a less empathetic human being. You don't have love in your soul. You don't have love in your heart to thank or celebrate someone's birth date in terms of the day they were born at some point in the past, which was many years ago. So if you don't hit the like button, guys, I just don't know what to say. If you could hit that like button, that'd be great. And you're watching my videos. This is the content we're here to do. We got a Rebecca, okay, bro. Spanish John. Fucking hell, Spanish John's in the building. Yeah, happy birthday to you too, bro. If it's your birthday... Oh, he's saying it to me. I was like, what? I thought he said it's my birthday as well. BitGet doesn't work in Canada. Oh, shit. Okay, I got something for you. There is an article. Let me find this article for you, which I wrote. Aha, I found it. It's right there. Right, so I'll post it in the chat right now. Go and read this article, and it will tell you the easiest and best way to be able to bypass those types of restrictions. That article, I wrote it basically myself. With my writer wrote it, but then I tweaked it. So go read that article. You'll get a lot of knowledge from that in terms of the best VPNs and stuff like that, and which jurisdictions, etc. $600 for 600 likes. You made it. FTX is down again. So, okay, FTX is working in Canada. Look, guys, all I'm saying is this. You can win 0.01 Bitcoin. Just sign up to BitGet. The link is literally below. You can see the link. Sign up with a new email. Get a new account. Sign up, and I'll go through the list. I'll send you 0.01 Bitcoin. You know what? I might even just be crazy and just do it with Bybit as well. Just give away another 0.01. Fuck it. Everyone's getting 0.01s. So, BitGet, you can do it. Okay, do it with BitGet. You're in the runnings to win. I'll also do it with Bybit as well. So if you sign up to Bybit with the link below, you'll see it in the description somewhere. I'll also go through the list this day specifically, though, and I'll send you 0.01 Bitcoin if you win to your account to trade with. But BitGet's the main one I'm doing. I'm doing the BitGet every single week and Bybit as well. I recommend doing this. If you're watching this freaking video and you want the chance to win 0.01 Bitcoin, go to the description, use the links, make an account with an email, whatever you want to do, and then you'll be in the runnings to win 0.01, okay? That's the shilling out the way, legends. Buy you a beer. Thanks, bro. Yes, he became an OG. $10, 10 Canadian dollars. Happy birthday, buy a beer. You know what, mate? Thank you, dude. $10 for a beer. Pretty nice beer out here as well. I'm in Cyprus right now, so that'll buy a nice beer. Welcome to the OG. Look at that guy. Now, so welcome to OG Legenda. You are now an old school gangster Legenda. Okay, we call it legends. Okay, let me get it completely clear to you right now. There's 3 different standards on 2 different words. Okay, so in terms of if you are a legend, it starts like this. Legis are a group of legends, right? A legend is one legend. A legendette is a legend who's a woman. So it's a girl who's a legend. And then a legende is a guy who is the legend, the ultimate legend. So you've got legis, legend, legendette, legende. Then what you have is how you would, let me get on the lower time frame on this. Then you have the other way to speak to a legend. And this is for females. So if you see a girl who you think is good looking, you can grade them by these 3 words. And they are tang, tangible, and tangibility. So tang means 5 or below. There are 5 or they're below. Tangible means between 5 and 7.5. And above 7.5 means tangibility. Tang, tangible, tangibility. So that legende is tangibility. That's me. 23 RSI. Look at the order books, legends. Look at the order books absolutely blasting off. Happy birthday, legend. Thanks, man. Someone sent another super chat. Thanks, bro. So 100, looks like Tronex, but it was not TRY. Happy birthday, bro, legend. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. That's really cool of you, man. I'll use that money to go towards buying some pints in the pub. In the pub Aruniente. I'm going out tomorrow, actually. I'm probably going to go down to Limassol tomorrow. I don't know, maybe the next day on the weekend. But we'll see what happens. But thanks to that, guys. Any money you buy, any money you send me now, which you don't have to, I'm not saying you have to, I'm just saying any money you do send me will be specifically spent on my birthday when I go out and get drunk, basically, at some point in the next few days. So I will literally do a video of me spending, I'll tot up the amount of money I make in this video from supers, I'll get that money out the wall, and I will show myself in a video buying shitloads of vodka and tequila, and I'll probably start off on G&Ts. I love a G&T, start with the G&Ts. Then I'll move on to some actually, let me get this completely right. I always start with like a couple of pints of beer, like an ale or a stout or a bitter, just to like get, line the stomach with some like good hearty beer. I don't go straight onto spirits, good hearty couple of pints, chilling out, not getting licked. Then I'm moving on to G&Ts. Bang on G&Ts for a good 3-4 hours. Probably put back about 5 of those. Then towards the night, anything can happen. It could be some shots here. I don't strictly do fucking like sambucas and tequilas. I like to keep it to like the strict chilled shots. Not all the crazy fucking, I'm doing a Jägermeister. No. And then I'll just be on shots and stuff, and then I'll probably back on G&Ts. Then I'll slow down into beers again. It's the whole revolution. But guys, hit that like button. You know what to do. Happy birthday. Birthday giveaway. I will do a birthday giveaway. Don't worry about it. Leggies. Beer best. Get pissed, guys. We're all fucked. Yeah, organic classics. Good stuff. Is the stream working all good? Okay, I think we're all good here. Everything seems to be okay. Yeah, so I think that's a good way of doing it. I've told you already before, legends. Bitcoin's probably going to go to 14K. Bitcoin's going to 14K. I'm not 32 years old, Rebecca. I'm not 32. It's close. It's very close, but it's not the correct answer. Some people will know on this channel how old I am. Some people will probably... A lot of people say too old, so I'm really flattered by that. But I'm not 32 years old just yet, but you're close. Rebecca said 31. Close. Okay, a few people are getting it now. I'm not going to say it because it's a big one. It's like, let me say it like this, right? I'm moving into a new category of number. Every single category changes. The first number of that category always changes, and you can never get it back. So, say you're 13, there's a 1. Say you're 24, there's a 2. Say you're 38, there's a 3. There's always a 1, a 2, or a 3 in your age for 10 years at any given point. Sometimes there isn't even a front number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 40. Yeah, you guys know what it is, legends. You know what it is now. I can't really give you any more. Everyone's just blasting 40. Yes, okay, yes, I'm 40, all right. I'm fucking 40, all right. Shit. You got it. I'm 40 years old. No, I'm not 40. You know what it is. 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 I'm not 40. It's my birthday today, by the way, guys. So if you just come into this stream, I would just have to say that if you don't like the like button, if you don't click the like button and give it the new animation. Have you seen the new animation on the like button? It doesn't go blue anymore. It has a little explosion of dopamine. It's like, woohoo! Explosion. If you don't hit the like button, I would say that you don't have much empathy to human beings in this world. So if you have empathy, you're a nice guy, hit the like button. It's my birthday. It's my birthday right now. I disliked. Legend. I give that more respect, Randy, you know. That's good stuff. Happy birthday, brother. Thanks, man. Yeah, if you dislike a man on his birthday, it's just a hard, hard life, isn't it, for you? It's difficult. It's your birthday dislike. Oof. It has a lot to say about yourself. But it's my birthday. Yahoo! Mario. I get licked soon. I shorted your birthday last year. Did you actually? It would have been a good time to short. Yeah, when it happened, it was... I actually had COVID as well. I'm pretty sure I had COVID on my birthday because I went out and got licked and then I got it. But it's quite funny. The day of my birthday last year was the absolute top of Bitcoin. My birthday this year could potentially be the absolute bottom. Like, if we wick out of this and go back towards 20, we wick out of it back towards 20, SPX has a nice day, say SPX gets back in trend, and we start flipping up, you know, that SPX does this and breaks trend, and we start moving, breaking highs, you know, that could be, for at least the medium term, the bottom for Bitcoin. Doesn't mean, I still do think Bitcoin's going to hit 14K at some point. Obviously, I've said from the beginning, we'll either go 28 then 14 or 14 then 28. Range bound middle is $20,000. If we above 20, I'm more bullish. If we're below 20, we're more bearish. I've said that from the beginning. That is the inflection point. You know, the bear market rally is over. We lost 20. That's when you get into your shorts. But I think 14K is probably going to get tagged on this. And then think about it. If we get 14K today, there's a higher probability than obviously not, but there is a decent probability that will be the bottom for Bitcoin. That's what I've been saying for a while. I'm wrecked. FTX just came back up. So it sounds like you guys are just going backwards and forwards. Is it up or is it down? What's cracking now here, man? Let me swap these two over. Got the daily, monthly, yearly there as well. Order books are insane. All right, legends, you want to play that game? How old are you guys in the chat? All right, there's 750 people in here. How old are you, legends? How old are you guys? Never thought we would see these levels, guys. 20, 25, 25, 10K. Hello, Mr. 10,000 years old. 44, 17, 16, 37, 43, 20, 41, 19, 42, 25. Yeah, we've got a pretty decent demographic in here, you know. It's all ranging from about, it's basically 21 to 38-ish. You are 42,000 years old. Good work, legend. Everyone's battering in their ages right now. Lots of ages coming in. Nice. Yeah, I think everyone's goal should be to own the amount of Bitcoin of their age. So if you're 40 years old, you'd have 40 Bitcoin. Oh, my neck. I mean, literally, I need to actually get like some sort of better... I used to have a better chair. I was like more back. Now I'm like hunched over doing this shit. It's been a while as well. Yeah, it is pretty dire. Like, you know, we are in right now, potentially the capitulation which comes to make the macro long-term low. SPX didn't close healthy. That's going to be creating a lack of confidence in the market because we have, you know, tested trend, but not it's broken through it. Obviously, it's only a small break, but I would say the probability we probably get that to resistance before the break. But if it does just go straight back down to this support, back up, then we actually got that as resistance. We've got lower highs coming into this. It's a flat bottom. Next support on SPX. If that scenario happens there, I'll leave it on just for that. If that happens there, you know, Bitcoin might bounce off $14,000. We might get some sort of snap back up. But if SPX opens like that, we're probably just going to come straight back down to it and just bumble around for a double bottom. But yeah, SPX is pushing down hard. Dixie as well. You know, let's be realistic on Dixie. This is giving a shy of hope for Bitcoin, a glimmer of hope. You know, we have a descending formation. We have 3 lower highs coming into this. We have a flat bottom on it. So if it does come up to here and then do it again, we do know that, you know, it's making lower highs and has a flat bottom. So it's a bearish formation. It's a descending formation. But what you really want to see from this now is a break and then come back down to the logical support. And then this would be like the scenario I've been talking about for a while now, is that this would be relief for Bitcoin, you know, relief move for Bitcoin. When we find support on DXY on this logical support area here, I would say that that would probably constitute some sort of bull trap, and then actually we could come lower on this, but it's not confirmed yet. We do need to keep waiting. It's looking better and better, but it's not confirmed yet. If we get one more test of trend, I will look to short. I will short Dixie if we come to here, just for the anticipation of the trade, but you could say that because we're at support, there is a buy here. And then obviously NASDAQ, we're looking at a good open. But SPX it's the correlation between SPX. NASDAQ is nothing in comparison to the correlation between Bitcoin and SPX. And look, fucking Bitcoin is not the king right now. Bitcoin is the prince. It is following SPX like its father. It's annoying. It's annoying because, you know, what we really want to see from crypto, why I got into crypto is because it decoupled away from traditional markets in the beginning. It was going through a huge bull market while SPX was flat. That's why people got into Bitcoin. Traditional, more people who came from a different trading standpoint. But now it's like the ultimate goal would be see SPX keep going down and Bitcoin decouple from that. But I just don't see it happening right now. We don't need hope, legends. Fuck hope. Despair is okay. We just evolve. Yeah, I like that, Candy. That's good shit. Like, at the end of the day, you know, the hope for Bitcoin would be that, you know, this actual asset class in itself does eventually capture, you know, its story of being the version of digital gold, which we want it to be. You know, that is the great thing about Bitcoin. It has a really good growth story. The growth story of Bitcoin is what gets people excited about it. You know, there isn't much of a growth story in gold anymore because it's so fucking old, even though there is still, I still do think gold's going to go up, but it's not the same growth story as Bitcoin. And then we have SPX, which is just traditional stock market, which has been going up for 11 years. Like, where's the growth story in a fucking 11-year uptrend? It's been going up for fucking years. So this is now the end of its growth story, really. Now it's like, okay, flipping the narrative there. But we all hope that, you know, at the end of the day, if you're in Bitcoin, spending time in Bitcoin, you believe in its long-term fundamentals, that is what it's all about. You don't have to lie to yourself. You know, that's what I'm not MDX fucking fiat. I'm not MDX FX. I'm not MDX Forex. I'm not MDX SPY. I'm MDX crypto. We do like crypto for its actual story and its potential of being good for Z world. Yeah, no, well, look, everything's drawn out on the charts, guys, right now. There is not much TA to do. You know, I keep an eye on all these different markets at the minute. You know, we always have Solana, which is nuking. I think Solana is going to go a bit lower. Let's have a look at FTT, see what's going on. Right now, you know, the TA, if you're not in a position before this thing's happened, then, you know, there's no point trying to try and get in now. This is the time that you're watching and you're seeing what's going to happen, because trying to predict and trade a swing, scalp, whatever, you could probably, you know, you could be a lot more successful on scalp, to be honest, because you could be using the indicators. The indicators are phenomenal on scalp. This is actually BTC right now. The last sell call was at 21k. You could have literally got that, guys. You can get my indicators for free from mdxalgo.com. So go to mdxalgo.com. You can get the indicators for 7 days for free. You can also get the VIP traders group. We have 5 professional traders in there you can speak to anytime you want. And me, of course. I'm in there as well, leggies. But yeah, so you can scalp this for sure. You can get on the lower time frames and have fun scalping. But for me personally, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the more of a swing guy. So I'm in my positions. I've got some cash on the side. I've got some Bitcoin reserves exactly, which I'm just looking at my hodl stack. I've got a few trades open as well. I hedged a short, guys, from fucking up here, didn't I? Remember when I told you? I hedged a short around here, went underwater for a bit. Only a small position though. My cash is much higher than that in terms of what the sizing of it. But yeah, so what we're really doing for is we're waiting to see if we can find support, and then we can look for where are we going to buy logical areas. For me, 14k is a really good buy. I would buy 14k for a bounce trade, something like this. That would be like a bounce trade coming back off it. SPX, don't worry about it for now. It's closed for another 16 hours. But I would say 14k is the next logical buy area, and you short into resistance. I said on the previous video, on my previous video I did yesterday, the fucking stream, I said that when we got the crash, I said we'll probably come up to here, which was the logical SR level. So this was support. Let me go on the lower time frame to show you. You can see, guys, that we did bounce off the range lows. Oh, God. Can we please just show the range lows? So all of this crap here, you can see support, whatever. It acted as support again. So we actually got to bounce off it. Obviously, then we had the SBX crash, which dumped everything. But you can see here that we came into it and we found support on here. We bounced up, came back down, broke it, okay? I said on my previous video that I think we're going to get some sort of move to the upside, but I don't see this region getting broken. I think it's more likely that we're actually going to come up to this and see it as resistance, then come back down and then have another go and maybe get to 20. Then we came back down low, maybe have a go and get to 20. But we can just see quite obvious, just very nicely articulated on the screen, leggies, that we couldn't get above resistance. So it's basically now a parabola. We have exponential faster lows coming into this. So if you just do some calculation between the time and velocity of every single move, you know that the move is it's happening faster in a shorter amount of time. So you can see that, yeah, it's literally speeding up. The lows are getting faster and faster and faster lower in a shorter amount of time, which is just basically the definition of an exponential parabola. It is just basically velocity ratio to time. So, yeah, it's a parabola down. It's a downwards parabola right now. Sol going a bit lower. Yes, it is. Someone just wrote 67. I'm not 67 years old, legends. Yeah, it went from 9. The market cap of crypto right now is probably about 300. Yeah, 326 billion. So small, guys. That's not crypto. That's Bitcoin. So you can see the market cap of crypto by just looking at this here. So you can see BTC market cap is 320 billion. Global market cap is 875 billion. If you just put 70% up, basically from that, you're going to get the number. But I think Bitcoin went to, I can't remember actually. I think it was almost 2 trillion, wasn't it? I think it was just eclipsing Apple. I don't know if it was 2 trillion. Maybe it was 1.2. I think it was around 1.2 trillion. I think Bitcoin got to, which got us to. Oh yeah, we did eclipse silver. I think for one day. I think it was 1.2 trillion we got to. Right now we're just super right down there. We're down at the same market cap as MasterCard. But think about that. It's so early. It's so exciting actually, because MasterCard is one public company in the world. One public company in the whole world. That means everybody trading Bitcoin right now, everyone who knows about Bitcoin, which is a lot of people know about MasterCard as well, but everyone trading Bitcoin is just trading the market cap of one company. It's very, very exciting because, we know that money is going to have a higher market cap than a stock, because money is used as a tool to store economic energy. So that means that the market cap will be higher, because when you store your economic energy in money, which is Bitcoin, it means that when you get given Bitcoin or someone sends you Bitcoin for your work, you don't instantly go and sell it for something or buy something with it. So that means that you're going to hold the Bitcoin because it's money. You're like, okay, I want to buy something at my own discretion in the future. So that means that the market cap of money is going to be higher. The market cap of money is always higher than a stock, because you don't use a stock as money. You can't really use it as a medium of exchange. So you have more of a reason to sell a stock than money. Bitcoin is money. Everything else is credit. Everything's blasting me up. I'm getting absolutely blasted. All right, everyone's messaging me right now. Oh no, everyone's getting licked. Basically, everybody's getting licked. I know a guy who lost 2 million today. Trading guy I know. He's really fucking pissed off with FTX and everything. I know some friends and family who are using leverage on smaller exchanges and stuff like NEXO, which are there getting licked. We're at 59. So in a moral standpoint, think about Bitcoin. As I always thought it was going to go to 14 or 28. because it's always going to tap the levels where 1x shorts or longs are. That's one thing, but it's always going to tap the levels which cause the most pain. I've originally never seen Bitcoin not, you know, play the exacerbated move to the downside and play the exacerbated move to the upside, which puts everybody off guard on either or. It's just that's what just Bitcoin is historically and surprisingly unpredictable. It always happens. What's going on here? Someone's talking about a trade. So Rebecca 2000% lol. I know Gareth, but nothing. What? I know Gareth, but nothing moves up. Up that big after getting destroyed. I think 17k is such a big level. 100% rejected there. Maybe I'll make a higher low. Look, the thing is about using a percent gain as a reason for something like it not to happen is it's not really the right thing to think about, because like an asset can move up to 20,000% very, very quickly. Like Luna, for instance, it did that recently. Okay, it can happen, but it's more about is an asset, okay, going to go from being extremely oversold to extremely overbought very, very quickly. And usually what happens is that the smaller the market cap, so the smaller the pool of money within it, you're going to see those bigger. There's going to be more volatility on smaller asset classes. And the reason that is because if you have an asset class which is a $1 million token, has a $1 million market cap, you literally only need another $1 million to absolutely explode that thing in volatility. Because you can double the supply. You can literally double the amount of fucking market cap. And it's just going to be like, whoa, it's crazy. But if you have an asset class which has $200 trillion, right, it's very difficult for any one individual, it's impossible for anyone to bring $200 trillion to the table in one go and move it. So as the market cap grows, it gets exponentially more difficult to push it up and down because you need more money. It's hard to have lots of money. It's not hard to have a little bit of money. Anyone can go and get something for 10 quid, earn $10 in a day, whatever, $100. So that's kind of why you see much higher volatility on lower assets. You know, if you drop a rock in a puddle, the puddle's going to splash everywhere. If you drop a rock in the Atlantic Ocean, it don't give a fuck. So, you know, it just depends on what you're talking about in terms of market cap. Fear on selling BTC more powerful than FOMO on price going up, in my opinion. Very, very good interpretation of fear and greed, and it's if I understand you correctly, that is very true. Fear is more powerful than greed because fear keeps you alive. Fear is a very, very powerful emotion in human beings. Most animals will instinctually react a lot more in their lives to fear than greed. It's almost like how you would see a pack of lions which are trying to kill an elephant or something. You know, they're always going to be so much more hesitant to attack the elephant than run away, because fear is what keeps you alive, and greed is just like not as important. It really isn't as important. So, and that's why it's easier. I've said this so many times, but it's much easier to be someone who is trying to make gains on long plays than short plays. You might be a short guy and you might be better at it, but I would say that overall, generally speaking, it's easier to make money by trying to buy things because they rise than try and sell things because they fall. I just think it's an easier emotion to catch. And my analogy I usually use for this is SPX. You know, it's taken how long? 12 years to build up greed. This is just constantly building up more and more and more greed. You know, good long period of time to build up all this greed, and it only went up. You know, this is crazy. So I'm just drawing it over and over again. 600% gain. You know, that took 12 years, but it can lose 30% of all of that in one. Just goes to show greed, fear. It's just more powerful. But I won't go into calculus and why, you know, the percent gains are different. Otherwise, it goes on a little bit, but I would say that analogy generally is quite true. Organic classics. I like your name. I drink organic red wine sometimes. I do love that. Guys, tell me in the chat as well. So how many of you guys were using FTX? How many of you guys are affected by FTX? Were you guys on that exchange? Because it'd be interesting to know. We've got like 750 people in here. Just do it as a poll or something. If you click on this, by the way, guys, MDX Algo, that takes you to this website where you can look at the order books, etc. No. Rebecca says no. Nope. It's good. FTX CPI predictions. So what are the CPI predictions? Like, where am I going to find it? Post the link. I had 25 Bitcoin on FTX. Oof. Funds are Seifu. Yeah, of course, man. I'll show you a comment as well. Of course, shilling MDX Algo legends. MDX Algo is the fucking goat. This is actually the platform here. You can come here. You can actually get our indicators. Our indicators said to sell Bitcoin at $21,400 with bearish divergence at the top. So these really will help you buy and sell markets. You know, get in and out of things. If you go on the 1 minute scale, guys, you can literally use this on lower time frames as well. I'd say the 3 minute is amazing. Look at some of these calls on the 3 minute legends, like this move here, said to sell here, all the way down, said to long the purple reversal candle, short down, long all the way up, short all the way down. It's on the 3 minute legends. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, this is when markets are super volatile, you can use these amazingly, these scalping indicators on lower time frames. Like I'm saying, look at this shit. Like every single move from here to here, 5%, back up. Say you got in from there, 3%, short sell. Said short here. This candle could have gone in there. So yeah, these indicators are phenomenal, guys. If you're a beginner or intermediate trader, it will literally change your whole trading strategy or revolutionize your trading strategy, we say. But you can actually come to mdxalgo.com and get the indicators for free for 7 days. And also, you get our VIP traders group, which has 5 professional traders in it, me included. And you know, even the VIP traders group is worth what we asked for. We're asking for $60 a month for this. It's insanely good value. And you get my altcoin portfolio. You also get the trading bot. We have an automated trading bot. So you click on this. You click on automation. This is actually completely free. You come to automation, mdxalgo/automation. And this, you can actually trade. You can actually use our MDX trading bot for free here, okay? So it's pretty insane. And yeah. You come to mdxalgo.com and you can get it for free for 7 days. Everything's free for 7 days. We have our own trading app coming. We have market maker tools coming as well. So if anyone has an account, you're going to get all those things. Got one case. Oh no. Get off, sir. What happened to the order books have just stopped. What's happened to the order books, legends? Trying to work out what's happening to the order books here. Where are the order books? But sir, where are the orders? FTX is a nightmare. I agree. It's a nightmare scenario here. It's getting to that point now where I am getting quite interested in actually just getting some, just for the anticipation of some sort of just like crazy relief move in the price of FTX, because as soon as it gets into some sort of uptrend, because it's so asymmetrically set up now, you know, if it goes down to like 10 cents, less than 10 cents, all that kind of stuff, you're just looking at another Luna setup. And I think that could be quite interesting, actually, because it doesn't matter about fundamentals when it comes down to trading it. You know, if you get some sort of momentum back into the market, you see buyers coming in, depending on whatever exchange it's on, you could probably see some pretty insane gains here, just for like the meme of it, you know. Dogecoin went to fucking 70 billion market cap. So this is getting interesting to me in terms of like some sort of like high risk kind of buy. I made money on Luna, and I think that could be quite an interesting trade right there. We're getting the Bybit orders coming in, but not the... Oh, wait, is it actually... interesting. We usually get FTX orders on here as well. Would you buy Sol? Yeah. I'm not against buying Sol in any shape, any way, shape, or form. I think Solana needs a few months, maybe 6 months, to really get out of all this, and we'll have to see what happens. But I do think Solana is getting to the point where it could be an interesting buy, because at the end of the day, they still have a decent blockchain. You know, it's not as good as others. It's decent. The problem is they are going to lose a lot of funding. They are obviously both ways, whether Binance bought FTX or not, it's still bad for them. But I still do think Solana has a future on some level. So I just look at this as quite an interesting opportunity. Just need to look at it and be like, okay, well, when is it really going to turn around? And I think, long term, it's probably interesting to look at this. There's a lot. You want to buy the fucking fear, guys. You want to buy it, and that's it. It's interesting why no Binance trades are coming through. No Binance trades are coming through on the BTC market orders. Not sure why, because we should see a lot of Binance orders coming in, sir. I'll work it out later. Is it possible FTT goes to 4th decimal? Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. These things can go down. Everyone always says things going to zero, but things never really go to zero. The only time things go to zero is when there is no market to trade them. Do you know what I mean? Because if there is something traded on an exchange in a tradition, let's say this, okay, in a contemporary traditional asset exchange with paper assets. Because obviously trading can be physical things as well. Because you can go up to someone and say, I will give you some Solana for some fucking bread. And they're like, okay, that's still a trade, isn't it? The bread had a value, the Solana had a value, it depends on how much bread. So you can always do an off-the-counter exchange with anything. But when a project goes to zero, it's not really about, like, if it's trading on Binance and stuff, it's very difficult for it to go to zero. It's always going to have some sort of price, 0.00001 cent. But, like, when something goes to zero, it's when there is no market and there is no liquidity left, where there is no buyers and sellers and there's no way to actually buy and sell it. So it gets delisted. That's when it's like, okay, it's at zero because I can't even get hold of it. And then the liquidity goes down and then the actual market exposure to buyers and sellers is gone and then it's kind of gone to zero. Because you've got to think about it, like nothing has really ever gone to zero. Like even, let's just say I'm talking about assets, like say Roman coins, like any old money, any relic, there's still a value for even looking at a Venezuelan dollar, like buying it because it's like sentimental value for people. We're back. The order books are back, sir. Watch them kick off. Now it's what happens is sometimes with the order book, the market orders, okay? So what we have to do is we have to pull an API from Binance, okay? So if that API is, say, very, very busy, or they're having problems, they're having downtime, or they're doing network changes, whatever, sometimes it might take a few minutes just for the API to connect and then get the feed of information to the website. I've never actually seen that happen before, but it wouldn't surprise me that it's happening now because of the market environment, because in a normal day, it's very easy to connect, disconnect, but because there's a lot of information, a lot of people connecting to it, there might just be a little bit of a delay there. Confirmed. MDX algo is down. Nah, it's back up. Dot holding up fairly well. Don't know about that. I looked at it earlier. Yeah, how many guys in the chat, how many of you guys use MDX algo to monitor the markets, to look at it on your phone? You can look at it on your mobile. How many of you guys actually use this dashboard and etc. and the indicators and stuff? We'll look at DYDX in a minute. No one. Cheers, bro. This guy's loving it every day. Check it out. Yeah, mdxalgo.com. It's really easy. Just log in. You actually need to log in. You can get the dashboard for free. What's up, Kosa? Yeah, I know Kosa. Kosa's actually in our groups. Legends. So what happened to DYDX? Is DYDX pumping, is it? Is everyone's like, oh my god, now it's time for decentralized exchanges. Yeah, I suppose. It is having a move. It wouldn't surprise me, guys. I really do. I've been saying this for a long time. I do see a very, very good environment for DEXs. These types of things happening to big centralized exchanges piss a lot of people off. People get stingy. They put more scrutiny into things they use. Obviously, these things are bad, but bad is good in a lot of respects, and good is bad, Everyone's like, when things are bad, we should stop all bad things happening. It's completely ridiculous way to look at life. Like, bad things usually lead to good things because you learn lessons when you lose. Good things a lot of the time actually can be very bad because, you know, good times lead to people not making good decisions and being more relaxed and lazy. And then when the bad times hit, they have to learn from that as well. So, you know, FTX going down is not good for crypto in the short term, but it is going to push a type of new exchange eventually because people are going to get pissed off because they're like, I just lost everything in a centralized exchange. If it was MetaMask based and that couldn't happen, then it wouldn't fucking happen. And I'm going to do a big video about a few different dexes I'm looking at the moment. A lot of you guys already know what they are, but I'm going to probably do a video tomorrow on, let me have a look actually. Let's have a look what's going on here. I think one of them is ready for me to go. Let me quickly check. We'll give it a few more days. I've got basically a list of altcoins I want to release, and I want to talk about a few dexes which I'm looking at, etc. Because dexes are really exciting, guys. Like, because dexes are gonna change everything. You know, they really are. They'll not change the whole world. This guy just pumping Matic in there. Matic pump. You know, we're getting a bit of a wick at the lows. That's good. No, nothing really. Decentralized exchanges are really exciting because they're going to change everything about trading. Because at the moment you have on, you know, big exchanges, you still have like dark liquidity pools and you have like dark liquidity AMM protocols. They are still built into like traditional exchanges. But the thing is about the new AMM systems and having that decentralized where the liquidity is created by participants staking either or token on the other side and getting a reward for that. You know, in essence, what that is, it is instead of giving money and paying market makers and liquidity providers to create either side of the books, so there are people can buy and sell because there is a lot of liquidity on the other side, creates stability, less slippage, makes the experience better. Instead of centralized exchanges paying market makers and liquidity providers to stabilize the market, what you're in essence doing is you're taking away the centralized fact of it. You're taking away the centralized part, and you're saying that, okay, instead of paying market makers to stabilize the market, what we do is we say every individual on their own basis of how much they want to put into the staking reward pool or creating the liquidity pool, instead of us paying market makers, everybody gets paid on the amount of liquidity they create by the fees of the transaction. So what you're doing is you're basically disintermediating and decentralizing market makers and liquidity providers, which again creates less centralized control, which will enforce more integrity because you can't really manipulate markets as much when you have an AMM system because everyone's just staking what they have and what they believe is worth it, and they just get a small network reward. So everybody indirectly becomes a micro market maker. Everybody becomes a micro market liquidity provider. So that's going to create a lot more stability. Then you're going to see markets which get big liquidity pools are just markets that people think are good. So then you can follow the liquidity into those things. And then you're making it so there's no third party to rely on. So everyone's just on their own peer-to-peer basis, which cuts out all the bullshit and the fees in the middle. It's a very, very good system. And I think it really is going to change everything about fucking trading. Like everything which we do today. It's going to change it. It's make it much more organic, easier price action to follow, less manipulation, less corruption, less centralized entities which have power and control to, you know, it's not market makers or liquidity providers which are malicious. It's market movers who are employed by their third-party entities that are employed by specific individuals to push the price in the wrong direction against people trading on the exchange, usually retail traders, to push the price against them, so they're forced into a corner where they have to pay a liquidation fee or a market order fee. Market order fees and liquidation fees make exchanges money, but exchanges don't want to liquidate their customers usually because it means that they don't have a customer. They want someone to trade for as long as possible in the exchange, but we know that because of high leverage, there are higher liquidation prices because there is no real margin in crypto. Okay, I'm banging on about this, but that is kind of the reality of it. Let's have a look at Matic. Some people are saying Matic in the thing. Matic's having a little bit of a move, but I don't really see much. 4 hour. Again, Matic's a much better chart. It's back at trend. Much better chart than many other charts. I actually do really like Matic. I think Matic's one of my most favorite products. Actually, it is the biggest win I've ever had as Matic. I bought Matic at 4 cents, which is here. Yeah, I bought Matic on this ascending formation. It was literally this one here, I think. Let me just get it completely right. So Matic made this formation here. It was like 3 or 4 cents, and I remember I bought the breakout of it. So I had an ascending triangle formation here, like that, coming up, high lows, and a flat top. And I actually bought this breakout at 4 cents. It's actually probably below about 3 or 4 cents. And then that, obviously, the rest is fucking history, legends. The rest is history. Had a bit of a moon ship, didn't it, sir? Went to $3 almost. Yeah, so this is a good chart as well. It's still respecting trend just about. It's above the 786 golden. Sorry, the golden retracement's a little bit high actually. It's above the 786 retracement. Let me just make this a little bit neater for you because I do like to make things neat for my community, sir. I like the fibbies there, looking nice. We've got some resistance coming up a little bit higher. I may have this nice support box here at 786, but respecting trend at the moment. Let me make sure this is a little bit more precise for you Matic gurus out there who are like, no, but it's not touching the fucking, the wick. Put the wick properly on the line. So it's respecting it. You know, it wouldn't surprise me to see some sort of bounce off this region here, you know, coming back up. If it gets a lower high, then yeah, it might break trend, maybe get a flush down, back up, and then continue. Like, that wouldn't surprise me. It is a pretty crazy move to the downside. It's unlikely it's just going to go like that straight to the highs. It's probably going to be lower high, maybe a breakdown up to here, something like that, you know. But it's a better chart than most other altcoins for sure. It kind of looks similar to BNB to me. Yeah, BNB's a similar chart. Some sort of ascending formation here, but obviously, let me just clean this up a little bit for ya. Let me clean this up a little bit for ya. Leggies. Legend. So we have that nice little support box there. You can see what I'm doing there. I'm just putting in the area of where it's kind of coming to. We do have an ascending formation as well. It is making higher lows here. So it's a very similar chart to Matic. Make it nice and zing zap. So again, back at support, would surprise me to see a bounce off this area. I'd look to buy it myself. I actually already am in all these trades anyway. I have all of my BNB set. I could buy some more BNB though. I suppose I could increase my exposure to it. I have to think about it a little bit more, but Bankman-Fried's FTX faces potential bankruptcy and liquidation dries up. Whoops. Yikes. Page not found. That's strange, isn't it? I thought it was going to be like yikes for FTX. Solana founders rally supporters. Solana founders rally supporters as Sol falls 57% amid FTX collapse. Rally supporters. You know, what do you want to do? Put more money into something which is already going down? You can't force people to do shit. I know you can rally support, but the support is money at this point. So have fun trying to get people to put more money down. That's interesting. Yeah, this is the one. This is not even work. Okay, Bankman-Fried faces potential bankruptcy as liquidity dries up report. Sam Bankman-Fried, or you could say Sam Bankman-Fried, warned FTX investors that its cryptocurrency exchange would need to file for bankruptcy unless it can garner more capital, Bloomberg reported Wednesday, citing a person familiar with the matter. Prior to Binance retreating from its initial offer to buy the non-US portion of FTX, the 30-year-old billionaire Bankman-Fried told investors that his one primitive exchange faced up to $8 billion in liquidity shortfall. The person told Bloomberg, so put your own money in there, man. Come on, Sam. Get those billions you've got hanging about and throw it into that pool. Pay off those fucking debts. FTX did not immediately respond to a request for comment by Seeking Alpha. Wrecked, legends. Wrecked. Absolutely wreck-a-rooney-ente'd. See you on the flippies. Don't worry about that, sir. Crazy, huh? Crazy turn of events the last few days. Been fun. Been very fun to be a part of it, but you know, it's definitely been an added factor to breaking 20,000, which then is going to cause a cascade. And now we're actually liquidating all these longs. Everyone's getting long from the fucking... Well, it's not jail time. I've said this multiple times. Sam's not going to go to jail for this. We can't... Okay, think about that in a in a macro sense, what that means. If you start putting people in jail for having businesses that fail, that lose people money, what you're doing is that you're penalizing and you're in essence punishing people trying to create things and innovate. If you do that, you're going to create a very, very backward society where if you do something which is bad and, you know, people lose money, you know, you're going to go to jail for that. No one's going to do anything. I'm like, fuck that shit. Why would I even bother? Why would I take the risk? You know, we have to live in a society where people are allowed to take risk without feeling like they're going to be criminally charged for it. It's going to create a very, very bad dynamic there. So I don't think anyone should go to jail. Dogecoin shouldn't go to jail. I don't think most people should even go to jail for drugs. You know, there are loads of things I don't think people should go to jail for because it makes it criminal. So it's I don't think you should go to jail. I don't think Dogecoin should be in jail either. Bad is one thing. Fraud is a felony. Well, I don't know if it is fraud what he's done here. You know, at the end of the day, he did try and lobby the government to do something which was a license agreement in the government. But, you know, at the end of the day, regulation in crypto is going to come from the USA. The US is going to regulate crypto before it gets big because the USA is the most regulated country on planet Z Earth. So it's not going to happen. The only way you could really bypass it is by changing your jurisdiction or VPNing out of it the whole time. But overall, for the masses, that's not a solution. So regulation is coming. You know, whether he was super malicious in his intent to make himself richer from this this venture of his into the government, you know, that's a moral thing, which is like, okay, good, he's gone. But what you see has happened right now is that BitBoy has exposed him. So the free market, people realize he's doing something, and he was exposed, and his idea was flattened by another party, another exchange. So it is a win. It is a win. He shouldn't go to jail. You should only go to jail if you really commit crimes, you know, like things which actually are really, really hindering people's freedom or hindering people's health or hindering people's life, affecting someone's life, liberty, or freedom. Yeah, you should go to jail, but you can't put people in jail for having ideas and trying to create businesses because, you know, what kind of fucking world are you going to do that? I'll continue as a multimillionaire. I enjoyed building houses. That's how I give back to the planet. Yeah. Yeah, you go out of the country, BitBoy. Yeah, you got to remember, like, in a pure free society, you know, if you create a business and a lot of people give you money for it, and it's a completely free society, that means people voluntarily gave you the money, which means you created something they wanted and were prepared to spend that money to make you benefit from it because they like what you created. So in essence, your time, effort, and risk, in essence, is you giving back to the world. Because in a completely free market, if someone gives you something voluntarily, in essence, you're basically making something for them, which they are going to value enough to buy. That, in essence, is a charity in a way. You're like, I'm creating something which you want to buy. That's in a fully free market dynamic. We know that people can game that and fuck that over by basically socialist and fascist communist ideologies where companies can lobby governments to make it harder for regulation to arise, which means they can cheat, basically. Government allows companies to cheat. If there's no big government, there's no big cheats. You can't cheat someone out of their money. You can't force someone to give your money in a free society or you go to jail. You can't say, you give me your money. That's robbery. You have to say, I want to give you your money because I really like the restaurant I'm in. I really like your food. So I voluntarily am going to give you the money because I really like the food. I want to support your family. I want to support your business. I want to eat the food more. Here's my money because I think it's a good trade. It's just a trade. So that's a good society right there. It should be like that for everything. It should be like, I like the food. I voluntarily give you the money for the food. Oh, I like the school my son goes to. I will voluntarily give you the money for the school. Oh, I really like this doctor. I will voluntarily give you the money to make me healthy. Oh, I really like using that road over there. I will voluntarily give you the money to use that road. That's how the whole world should work. We shouldn't have the government like, no, I want to build it and make it shit. Yeah, like, libertarian, that kind of like, everyone says the libertarian. Rebecca, I'll answer your question. Libertarian, I don't really classify myself in any kind of like word or political sense or like, because libertarian, it's an American thing and it's all about like freedom, like liberty, freedom. I understand that. So I don't really bracket myself in anything specifically. I just look at the world the way I look at the world, and I just say to myself, look, I don't rely on governments to govern me. I like to govern myself. So that's what I say. I say, my name is Max. I don't pay tax. I just want to live my life. I want to govern myself. I don't want to rely on a government to govern me. So you could say I'm a libertarian, but there are other things as well. I don't bracket myself in anything. I just live by my own rules, and I just live by what I want to do, and I walk the walk. So my name is Max, and I don't pay tax because I have moved away from England. I don't live in England anymore. I have my tax residency in Dubai. I have places in Cyprus. I travel the world a lot. I go back to England, but I don't rely on any government to govern me, and I don't rely on any of their goods and services. I always buy things which I think are good. So I'm like, if I want to go to the dentist with my girlfriend, I'll pay someone to do it because obviously it's going to be a better fucking service, but I'll pay them because I don't pay tax anyway, so I've got more money in my pocket. So I can pay. Anyway, the government thing again. We do talk about in this channel quite a lot. The philosophy is good, but how do you get money to give other people to begin with? By providing something in return for somebody else. It relies... Well, no. Okay, if you live in a society which has more freedom and less government, you pay less tax. The smaller the government, the less tax you pay, okay? So if you pay a very small amount of tax, that means that more money which you earn by working for somebody else in the beginning goes to you, which you can then expend. You'll have 20% more money. Then you've got 20% more money to save to pay for healthcare, okay? What usually happens in a normal society is that you work for somebody else when you're young, you build up enough money which you save to invest in something you love, you work for what you love, and then people, if you're good at what you're doing, will give you money for what you love because you've had enough time to get better at it than someone who's young. So it's, about age as well. You're young, you don't know what you're doing, you're learning, you're working for somebody else, they're paying you a wage, and you're like, what, I can do it better, he's getting old now, fuck it, I'll do it myself. You then invest in your own thing, you start building what you love to do, whether it's food, creating wine, making art, making fucking pencils, whipping around, building cars, whatever it is. You can do anything you like. The world's fucking free. You can be a fucking medicine person. You create new drugs, help people do this, create vaccines. Fucking hell, here we go. You can do anything. But as long as you're doing it better than somebody else, someone will be prepared to pay for it. And if it's a free market, the biggest regulation in any society is individuals deciding on what they want to buy. That is regulation. You do not need a government to regulate companies because people will regulate companies. Because if people don't buy things from companies, they go bust. So the market tells you. But yeah, it's more about building a more. I believe in freedom, so I'm more. I think you could probably call me a libertarian. I just believe that freedom creates prosperity and control creates poverty, and it's very obvious, guys. Look at the world. Like anywhere which has lots of freedom, lots of prosperity, anywhere which is really controlled, which we see now with big governments in Europe, and you see places like Germany, the UK, America. The governments have got so big now that most people are suffering in those countries. No empires, I've said this a million times, but, empires aren't forged by governments. Empires and civilizations, which are great, start with no government. They get really, really big. The government grows bigger and bigger and bigger, like almost like a cancer. And then usually the end of a civilization or an empire or whatever, usually at the very, very end of that reign as the power of the world, usually at the very end, that's when the government is the biggest because more and more money gets taken away from individuals. Government don't have the scrutiny of the free market to slap them in the wrist if they're doing something wrong. There's no accountability. They can't lose because they will just take your money, forcefully take your money. So they don't have... if they do something wrong, it's not like they're not going to get any money for it. They're still going to get the same amount of money. So if they do something wrong, they won't even know if they're doing it wrong. And that's why government never do anything good. Because they haven't got the market to say, actually, you know what, we don't want to buy what you're making. Anyway, we're going down the whole... after these streams go on for a few hours, we start getting political. But I don't want to do it, legends! We've done it a million times! RIP US government. this is an interesting one. He said, we're spending our times staring at graphs and trying to ride waves of up and downs that we aren't creating. We are creating a lot. I'll just tell you in a minute. We're doing human follow the pattern like a pig chasing a carrot. Again, when you're trading a market with your money, what you're doing is you're creating liquidity and you're creating market price discovery. Okay, it's very, very important. Arbitrage is a massive business. Okay, the more traders, the more liquidity, the better the price discovery, the lower the slippage. So what you're doing is when you're buying and selling assets on the internet, is what you're actually voting with your money to which asset you want to prop up. And the asset you prop up the most, if you buy a lot of Bitcoin, is you're propping up Bitcoin's market cap. You're actually believing in it. So buying stocks and shares in cryptocurrencies is the same as buying goods and services and restaurants and everything else in the world. Because you're voting with your payment to which thing you think is good, which is creating a bigger market cap, creating more price discovery, more people learn about it. So you are doing so much in every single trade you do. The only difference is about trading that there is about buying a good or a service is that when you buy something, a stock, it doesn't disappear, you don't consume it. So it's never created again. So what you do is you see traders fighting traders, because if you buy something high and then you buy something low, then you can take a little bit of their stick. Because it's never going to go away. It's still always there, just moving around. That's why gold is traded so much, because it literally can't be destroyed. It's like been around for millions of years. So what you're trying to do is you're just trying to, it's an amoral market because you're just trying to take the thing off them for a better price over and over again. And that's a business in itself. Love this community. Yeah. There's always, and also like I think Devil of the Man's got some good points here, but you also got to remember that anything somebody does and anything someone thinks is valuable, if it's valuable to them, it is. It's creating value and having a market, etc. is so specific and it's so individualistic, because something you do which I don't value, I'll be like, it's a waste of time, but there might be a big value to them. So wow, look at the fucking order books. Oh my god, there's more green than red though. So you just got to basically say that there's no point trying to force people to think that this is the thing we need, or just let everyone make their own decisions, because everyone's so individualistic. They have their own ideas, their own values. So there's no point. What we just do need a little bit more general open freeness. I got a massive fucking spot on my head. Ow, hurts. So I just believe we just need to have a smaller government and a much bigger free market where people can lose more. I believe the government is always trying to stop everyone from losing, but actually losing is the only thing which makes people learn. Here he is.
Yo.
How you doing, broski?
I'm good. I'm just glad I don't have any money on FTX, bro. What the fuck?
Mate, I know, dude. Like, it's absolutely insane, isn't it? The whole thing's just it's actually Sam Bank fried.
it's scam bank fraud, bro.
Yeah, I like that shit. But I'm on stream right now. We got like 600 people watching. Yeah, join the stream, bro.
Yeah, I will.
I'll ring you afterwards. Ring me.
Yeah, ring me.
All right, cool, bro. Cheersy. Oh, fucking hell. Let's do my hair for a bit, make sure it looks nice for the people on stream. What we got here then? Scalpers, yeah. $14K incoming, leggies. Happy old days. Guys, I am doing a few competitions as well. If you just came into this stream, it is my birthday right now. I won't say, but an hour ago. It's my birthday from an hour ago, so happy days. I am doing a competition as well. So if you go to the description box below, guys, if you sign up to BitGet, all you got to do is sign up with an email. I will actually give someone every single week 0.01 Bitcoin. So the link is literally below, guys. You can see at the bottom of the video. If you use that link to sign up to BitGet, I will send 0.01 Bitcoin to someone lucky person every single week when I look at the numbers on it. Also, I'm going to do the same thing for Bybit as well. So if you already have a Bybit account, it's not really going to work. So I'll do the same thing, but with Bybit, you need to make a new account. And I will do the same thing this week. 0.01 Bitcoin on Bybit. So BitGet and Bybit, sign up with the links below. You have to use those links so I can see your name or whatever, your email on the system, so I can choose you and send you the money. The 0.01. But yeah, do it if you want to. Happy birthday. Thanks, Dante. It's my birthday now. It's gone. Today. So if today is going to be the day where we get the bear market low, that means the 10th of November 2021 was the bull market high. So on the 10th of November 2021, Bitcoin went to 69,200. That is the bull market high. If we get the bear market low today as well, that means on my birthday in a year's time, it's been the high and the low. Fucking crazy. Scorpios, relax. That's all right, mate. Here we go. We got an interesting comment here. You're wrong. It's not the same as buying goods. We don't need crypto. We need still to be alive. It's not a true statement. Every single person values what they think is worth it as well. And also what crypto is, especially Bitcoin. There are other cryptos which are probably less significant, but what Bitcoin is at its fundamental core is money. Okay? So what you buy goods and services with is money. Money is way more important than goods and services because money creates efficiency. There is more goods and services created in an economy with the money in the middle because money makes things infinitely more efficient depending on, because everyone thinks US dollars are money. US dollars are not money. That is political paper. It's completely controlled and influenced. It's a fascist form of government currency. That's not real money. Money is literally the best thing that ever happened to humanity in terms of a economic and prosperity level. I'm not talking about government paper. That's not money. That's fucking not what money is. Gold, silver, Bitcoin are what I look at as money. So, those three things, money creates mass efficiency because it means you don't have to barter. If you don't have to barter, you don't have to go out and get some rope and say, oh shit, shall I swap the rope for the cow because I need to eat? Okay, I'll do that, fucking trade. It just creates mass efficiency, which in turn then creates more efficiency in commerce and business, which then increases prosperity in business, which means you have more goods and services. So money is just an accounting tool for an economy. And if you have a really, really strong, solid, integral accounting tool between human beings, which is the glue between human beings, essentially, if you have a strong glue between human beings, it means people can have more certainty. It enforces more integrity, which eventually enforces and creates a more prosperous society as a whole. Because money is true regulation, because if there is no way, if there's no way for anyone to manipulate the amount of money in a society, let's say for a good example, like gold, for instance, if there's only 1,000 tons of gold in guacamole shit. In avocado, sir. There's only 1,000 tons of gold in guacamole. Why was I going to say guacamole? I was going to say like guacolia or the Mongols, I was going to say, or something. Let's say that, okay, let's get back to my point, legends, before we talk about guacamole. I'm fucking hungry. If you only had 1,000 tons of gold in a civilization, okay, like the Mongols, right? And nobody can change the amount of money in that circulating supply, it just really enforces regulation because it means you can't cheat, you can't overspend. Okay, you can debase it with something else. You can debase it with copper, you can debase it with something. But that's where the price of gold came into anyway. But money in itself is the purest regulation for any society because it enforces rules that cannot be changed. And if you have a pure accounting tool, it means that governments can't come and overspend and start printing and aiming purchasing power on the way they want. So money is 100% one of the most important things for societies to be prosperous because it just means that the accounting of people's energy and time and effort and risk is accounted for better, which means you're going to see people who work hard go to the top and people who don't go to the bottom. As simple as that. It's a fucking win or lose situation. You got to lose, you got to win. You got to win, you got to lose. Because losing creates winners and winning creates eventually losers if you win too much. Yeah, I understand that, yeah. Probably my 3 or 4% portfolio is gold. I have some Pax gold, I have some Brinks gold. I have a little bit of physical bullion, but not much. So 4 or 5%, I'd say gold, a little bit less. Gold's really important, very, very important thing to have a little bit of gold. Did you read the EL? Uh, 1,000 tons of gold in his parents. Oh shit, I'm bleeding. Now there's roughly speaking about 175,000 tons of monetary gold in the world. But gold used to be much better at money. Gold isn't as good at being money anymore because the supply is being exponentially inflated faster because of technology. So in the 1200s, it was near on impossible to mine gold on an industrial level. It's just impossible. Like, just with the tools they had, with the technology they had, it was very, very difficult to get gold out of the ground. So that meant that the circulating supply of gold was very rigid. You know, it's like basically having 21 million Bitcoin. Gold was like that for thousands of years. There's pretty much this amount of gold in the world because going to a fucking river and sieving out 1 gram is not going to inflate the supply very fast. So gold's getting worse and worse at being money because it can be manipulated more and more through very aggressive mining tactics, which means that entities can inflate it faster and, you know, eventually it got debased by dollars. But we know that's a lot of BS. But Bitcoin's quite interesting because it cannot ever be inflated. So it's pretty interesting. Actual gold or paper gold. So there's 175,000 tons of monetary physical gold. There's probably 250,000 tons of paper gold floating around. What you want to buy is, if you're buying gold, you either want to buy physical bullion, which is going to cost you 20% more than buying gold. So if you go on Phemex, right, for instance, so this exchange here called Phemex, you can trade derivative gold. You're going to trade this price, okay? You're going to trade the actual price of a derivative. This is a paper piece of gold. You can trade this market, but you're not going to get any physical gold. You can trade it on Phemex, the price change. If you haven't got Phemex, go to the description box below, get a Phemex account, get the bonus, and you can trade gold within Phemex. You can also trade it within Prime XBT as well. But this is trading like a paper version of gold, so you're going to be $1,700, right? If you want to buy physical gold, it's probably going to cost you, depending on like the actual guild and the quality, etc., all these extra little bits and bobs you've got to go through. You're going to pay a bullion premium for that, and you're probably going to pay $1,850 to get a physical piece. So you're going to get a significant markup. It's going to be probably, we're looking at maybe, 9% more. But then you got to think about, okay, if I buy bullion gold, you can buy investment grade bullion gold, you can buy a gold necklace, the difference there as well. But then, and you want to buy the investment grade, which might even be more, because then they're going to have some sort of system which can actually identify it being pure. All that goes into the count, all those costs. And then you can buy stuff at the moment, which I think is the most interesting investment, which would be buying something like Pax Gold. Because Pax Gold is basically a receipt or an IOU of physical gold in Brinks or Fort Knox. So you can go on NEXO, for instance, like this. If you go to mdxalgo.com, click on NEXO. If you create an account with NEXO, you can put some Bitcoin in there or whatever. And then you can actually buy Pax Gold. And the really interesting thing about Pax Gold is that it's one-to-one backed by a piece of physical gold on the blockchain. They're linked together. But also they'll offer you 7% interest on Pax Gold. So they're offering you basically 7% interest on gold, which is very, very unheard of, because a lot of places will, if you're buying physical gold, they'll actually charge you to do that. And if you want to have a big amount of gold in Brinks, they're going to charge you for that. So there's an interesting dynamic there. I am thinking about buying more gold. I do like what the ultimate trade for me would be is to trade the next Bitcoin bull market after the halvening. And then when we see some signals for potentially it being, significantly overbought, it comes to a price point which is like, makes sense to sell. I think it will be for me a place to put a big my portfolio will be gold, in Pax Gold, something like that. So I do like it. Yeah, silver as well. Don't know if you can buy Pax Gold on Bybit. I use Phemex Oh no, you can't buy Pax Gold on Phemex. Actually, you can buy the derivative. Okay, get a Nexo account. So I think it's in the description box below. But if you don't, come to FTX Algo. If you click Start Earning, I don't know if you can see this, but my face might be in the way. But come to MDX Algo, click on Trade, scroll down, and then click on this so you get the $100. They'll give you $100 for free, and obviously it helps support the channel. And then make a Nexo account, because in Nexo you can deposit Bitcoin, and then you can turn that Bitcoin into Pax Gold, and they'll give you 5% interest on it. I don't think you can buy on Bybit, no. It's probably gonna fuck the camera up. Whoops. Can you still see me, legends? Sol's not dead. It's dying. Nice chart there from Sol. Very nice chart from Sol. I am interested in looking at buying it at some point. You know, we'll see in the next few weeks how it kind of reacts to the lows, and we'll see what, you know, the actual market participants and the, you know, the actual developers and stuff what's going on. But I think there's probably a good opportunity here. I don't think Sol's going to die completely. This is a lot of fear, but I think that there could be an interesting trade here or an investment. But yeah, go to, I don't know if it's in the description box below. I'm not actually sure. I'll quickly check for you. So if you go to the description below, you should see all this stuff here. So we got BitGet, Bybit, Phemex. So yeah, Phemex you can trade gold on. Yeah, so Nexo is not here at the moment. I haven't got Nexo in here, but I'll change the links because token metrics are a load of shit now. Ultra is a really good platform. That's a gaming platform. So if you're interested in signing up to that, you actually get free NFTs in their gaming platform. But obviously TradingView is good. But I'll change the links around, but they're not in the description. But if you want to get the $100 from Nexo and then get Pax Gold, just go click on trade on mdxalgo.com, scroll down, and then click on start earning. And then if you use that link, it will take you to Nexo. And you'll get a free $100 when you sign up. It's because we're partners. So these kind of companies, they approach you and they say, look, we can offer your community $100 when they sign up, or $3,000 when they sign up. And they say, look, if you just put the link in your thing, if they click it, they can get that bonus. So that's basically how it works. The only problem with gold is obviously this is like a, that's probably fucked the camera up again. If you think about gold, I've spoken about it many times, but the thing about gold is that it's very, very difficult to carry $5 million worth of gold on your person easily. You can hold $1 million worth of gold in your hand. You know, I think that's only gonna be a few kilos, but like it's just not very portable, really. But, you know, Bitcoin is basically liquid transportable gold, which you can have with no weight. Has the same properties. Like, but everyone's like, Bitcoin and gold are different. No, they're not. Bitcoin and gold are exactly the same things. The value proposition which human beings, the reason human beings value gold and Bitcoin are for exactly the same reasons. But one just lives on the internet and one just lives on planet Earth in the real world. Just two. The actual thing Bitcoin is, a line of code is not why you're buying Bitcoin. A piece of rock is not why you're buying gold. It's about the perception. It's about the properties that those things in two different worlds have. And the properties of gold mean it's portable, durable, divisible, fungible, has a good store of value, has a fixed or scarce supply, which means you buy it. You're not buying it because it's a piece of fucking rock. Why do I want a piece of rock? You're buying it for the properties. You're buying it because it can store economic energy, because people you'll be able to use it as a medium of exchange, because it will store. You do something, someone gives you a bit of gold, that's storing your energy. Oh, crikey. And then Bitcoin's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing, but just digital, just slightly different properties. Crunk, this is a good example. This is a good argument here, because the problem about gold is that it is held by governments, because governments know historically that gold is money and everything else is credit. If they print paper, which is backed by gold, the price will go up of gold, obviously. So they can print as much as they want because it's not tied to it. So governments do hold a lot of gold, which is a problem, because you're like, it's held in, that's easier for governments to be tyrannical. The problem is about Bitcoin, though, it's held by exchanges. And Bitcoin is held by big companies, and Bitcoin's held by MicroStrategy and Block One and Brock Pierce and Tim Draper. These exchanges in ratio to America has 10,000 tons of monetary gold. there's 170,000 tons of monetary gold on planet Earth. They have 10,000 tons of gold. So they have literally got a significant percentage of the max supply in monetary circulation. So you're like 7%. So that's the same as Binance or Bybit or an exchange or an institution. They're the same, but the good thing is that Bitcoin isn't in the hands of the government. We want no place for government to be owning that kind of Bitcoin or gold in that example. So it's better that it's in the free market. At least it's in the private sector instead of the public sector, which is better. Yeah, well, there's no point really looking at PaxG's price because PaxG, it actually is on Bybit actually. PaxG is just going to mimic the price of 1 ounce of gold, but PaxG is actually on Bybit as well. So if you go to the description box below, if you sign up to Bybit as well, there'll be a Bybit link. This one here, you can actually trade Pax Gold on Bybit. The problem is that you just need to make sure that you can always redeem that. Okay, so you can move the PaxG out of Bybit, because what you need to do to redeem it as a physical item is actually move the PaxG into the PaxG wallet, so you can redeem the gold if you wanted to. So just make sure. I don't know that structure there. I know NEXO do offer that, so it's NEXO or Bybit. But yeah, with Bybit you can actually trade PaxG as well. So go to the description below, guys. I'm still doing that competition if you already haven't heard it a million times, but if you make a BitGet account with the link below, somebody will win 0.01 Bitcoin. I'll go through the list of people who sign up. I'll do the same with Bybit. If you sign up to Bybit with the link below, it needs to be that link, so make a new email, and then I will give someone 0.01 Bitcoin in your wallet in the exchange to trade with and withdraw if you want. So just make an account with Bybit and BitGet. Simple as that. But it's interesting. It is on Bybit. You can trade it there. Pax Gold's interesting. I do like it. You get the interest yield as well. You probably don't get interest on Bybit. I think it's probably better to do it on NEXO. Yeah, it's a good point. Satoshi Nakamoto has 1 million Bitcoin. He's got 1/20th of the monetary supply, which isn't actually far off, it's not far off America, really. There's 170,000 tons of monetary gold, and they have 10,000, if not more, actually, probably now. They're probably about 12,000 tons. So, they've got a big share of it as well. And then you got other countries which come into the play. But, it's, yeah, it is better than gold. A lot of people come up with this crazy idea where a lot. Let me just fucking get some water before I do this one. It's a long one. This one. A lot of people come up with this idea that gold is going to. Why can't I? This is actually making me cough again. Satoshi is Elon. No, it's definitely not. So yeah, people have this idea that let me just fucking get this out. People say like gold is going to be mined on asteroids. It's going to be mined on asteroids, and people are going to mine it and bring it back to Earth, and gold's going to rain plentiful like sand on planet Earth. It's literally economically and physically impossible for this ever to happen. Because firstly, to get the resources and the money and the capital to fly all the way to an asteroid and then mine it is going to cost multiple billions, if not $1 trillion to do that. Secondly, once you mined the gold on the asteroid and you began to fly back the gold, and say there's 170,000 tons of monetary gold on planet Earth, imagine if you were bringing back another 170,000 tons of monetary gold. What would happen in that journey on the way back is the market participants, or people who own gold, they would front run the anticipation of inflation, because you're going to inflate the supply of gold by double. Everybody would sell their gold and in anticipation of inflation, meaning the gold price would fall. When they got back to planet Earth, went to market to sell that gold so they could actually make a profit on it. It wouldn't be economically feasible because they wouldn't be able to sell the gold for a profit, meaning that all of the billions of dollars they spent to get to the asteroid in the first place would be unprofitable, meaning that in any economic sense, you cannot start a company and sell at a loss, meaning that the business venture is over, impossible. So gold is never going to be mined on asteroids and come back down, and there's an infinite amount of gold in the universe. There isn't. It's not economically viable. We're still human beings. We're still animals. It doesn't make any sense. The only such scenario which would be kind of crazy if an asteroid made of gold hit the planet. But guess what? If that happened, we'd have bigger fucking things to deal with. Space gold. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of gold which is under regulation. But it's the same that there's a lot of Bitcoin under regulation, which is in uncirculating supply. Gold in the ground that is not accessible to human beings is the same as having uncirculating supply Bitcoin in a wallet. So a lot of people have lost a lot of Bitcoin around the world. There's Bitcoin lost in ledgers all around the place or in hardware wallets. The good thing about Bitcoin is that all Bitcoin in any wallet will come into circulating supply at some point. So in the future, when quantum computers get more powerful, any wallet that isn't protected by quantum computers, which would be elliptic curve cryptography turning into a quantum resistant cryptography system, it means that any Bitcoin that's been lost on the Bitcoin blockchain will eventually come into circulating supply, because a quantum computer will be able to break elliptic curve cryptography at some point, meaning that any wallet, right, which is got Bitcoin in it, but it's not accessible because they lost the private key, that private key will be hacked at some point. But by that time, we'll probably have a quantum resistant system on Bitcoin to change the wallets. Right, how long have I been streaming for, Legends? People are kind of dusting off now. It's almost 2 a.m. here. I'll chill out for a little bit longer. Gold is used in minute amounts in phones, etc. Is this the same as burning tokens as it is potentially lost? Okay, like 99.9% of the market cap of gold is created by its purpose of being a monetary asset, i.e. money. So gold is money. You can use money and you can put it in jewelry and you can put it in industry and all these kind of things, but that doesn't create why gold is what it is, because the industrial use of gold is so small in comparison to its monetary use. That's why palladium and platinum, they could be used as money as well. But the reason they're not is because people don't have enough certainty in the circulating supply being used in industry. So industry, if they have all the circulating supply and they're using it, it means that they can manipulate it. So you have less certainty in it. So you'd rather use gold because we know most of it goes straight into monetary supply. And it's a monetary asset. So gold's just a better bet than those. But, in the same way, let's think about this, right? So if you're a miner and you're selling, you're parting 90% of your gold goes to Brinks because they're parting with it with you. You're doing a transaction with them. You're giving the gold to them. They're paying you for it. 90% goes to Brinks, but you're also selling it to a manufacturing plant. In essence, yes. Like if that gold is used in a phone, it's not being used as a medium exchange, which means that it's not diluting the monetary supply. It's the same example, yeah. Like if you have Bitcoin, in a wallet which is lost, or you're using your Bitcoin and you're staking your Bitcoin. If you stake your Bitcoin in something and it's not available to anyone, it's only you when you want it in your own discretion in the future. Technically, what you're doing is that the purchasing power of that Bitcoin is being spread to everybody else because it's not in circulating supply; it's uncirculating. So it's deflating the supply of Bitcoin. All inflation is an increase of supply. That's all it is. All deflation is a decrease in supply. So if you have 21 million Bitcoin, but 1 million is lost, that means that you've deflated the max supply. You're deflating it. You're making it smaller, which means prices will rise, denominated in Bitcoin. But, similar for dollars, inflation is just an increase in dollars. The rise in prices is only a result of inflation. The prices going up isn't inflation. Inflation is creating more dollars. The price rising is the result of making more dollars. Because if you create more dollars and there's the same amount of goods and services in the economy, what you're doing is you're creating more dollars, which means there are more dollars to bid for the same amount of goods and services. If you print more money, but there's not more stuff being made, it means that when all that money trickles down, people have more dollars, which means that the purchasing power of each dollar goes down. In turn, it means that prices must rise, because if there's more dollars bidding on the same amount of goods and services, the people who take your money for their goods and services, they realize they can't then part and buy the things they need to create the product, because they're getting less purchasing power because it's being debased and devalued. So that's in essence what it is. Like, governments are trying to fight price controls. Governments are trying to control prices. They're not trying to control inflation. If governments wanted to control inflation, they'd stop printing money. That's as simple as that. Like, the price, right? The governments are trying to control prices, not inflation. Anyway, I'm probably going to bounce in a bit, Legends. I'll do a little bit more. I'm looking at 14K. I think 14K comes quite soon. FTX faces federal... Here we go. FTX faces federal probes as FTX ventures Alameda sites go dark. Yeah, well, they are going to be investigated, but they'll be okay because they've done nothing wrong. They just went insolvent and they got hit hard by another exchange, and that's the free market. They lost, so it's good that they lost. They're not going to go to jail for it. Very unlikely. If they do, then it's against freedom. I got liquidated at 30k. Shit. Yeah, I think 14 is coming, guys. I think it's at this point we're in no man's land. The next support for me is 14,000. A lot of people are speaking about 17. That's gone. A lot of people were talking about. I just don't see anything really. I'm just gonna have a look now. There might be something here. Let's just see where that comes in at. Maybe, and actually it could correlate nicely with these highs. There might be something there, but let's have a look where that correlates to at the minute. It's been such a long time ago. It's just not that significant. Yeah, it's already blasted anyway. We're on it now. Hello, babe. How's it going? I'm about to stop the stream. Because it's been a few hours, isn't it? It's been a few good old hours. We're kind of on it now. But anyway, yeah, guys, I'll wrap this up. If you do want to get involved in the competition I'm doing, go to the description box below, guys. Make a BitGet account and make a Bybit account. Anyone who signs up this week will have the potential to win 0.01 Bitcoin. I will send it straight to that exchange wallet. So the links are below, guys. You can see BitGet. Just make an account with BitGet and Bybit. If you want to trade gold, get a Phemex account. You can trade gold on Phemex. You can trade gold on Prime XBT and NEXO as well. When I actually get off this video, I'll change the description box below and I'll put these links in there as well. But you can get all of these links, guys. Come to mdxalgo.com, click on trade. You can get them all here. And also, you can get the indicators as well. So you can actually get the MDX indicators, which tell you when to buy and sell, basically. You can get them from within mdxalgo.com for free for 7 days. And you can then keep going if you want to after that. Let's have a look. Dossa. Come on, Dossa. Stop grooming, you greasy wig. And read you chat. Oh my god, he's shilling the affiliate again. Crank twat. Costa, man, come on. Let's be nice with the language here. We're all brothers here, man. It's the MDX Legends community. I'm talking about my own company here. I'm talking about a product I created with my bare coding hands with my CTO, okay? Give me a break, man. I'm trying to tell people about this great product. Yeah, thanks for happy birthday. I'm looking at the chat. I haven't seen anything from you, Dossa. Kossa. Naughty. Thanks, bro. Great stream. Look at the order books going on. All right, legends. I'll see you on the flip side. Sam was just an actor playing his part in the never a billionaire on paper. Hit the minibar, legends. Costa hit the minibar, legend. Be careful of those minibars. You can rack up. I did 400 quid one night in America, LA. Darius calling. All right, love you all. Have a good one. Hit the links. I'll see you on the flippies.